Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're in S3. Goeiemorgen and good morning. My name is Carl Wasty and I can tell you that this is the time of the year where people are like, is it too early? Yeah. Is it too early? No. It's not too early because today, all right, this is a day for you. If you love Christmas, I want you to stay close to your television. Hug it if you need to. In fact, put the tinsel around the border of your TV already because we're doing Christmas in November. Now, this morning, Chef Clem focuses on all those festive treats on the culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. Thank you. They're going to get warmed up with a ting, ting later. They just woke up. Whew, the immense. Anyway, from reindeer cookies all the way to a rack of lamb, we have the recipes just for you. So get the pen and the piece of paper out or just keep expressoshow.com close. Also, entertainment galore this morning. We've got Salome here, who has a few big hits up her sleeve, guaranteed. The festivities are in the air and I can actually feel it. I hope you can too, through the TV. And I don't mean to excite your partner in crime there, Graham, but there are 39 days to go, Zoe.
First of all, let me say ting, ting, ting. Sorry, I was about a year too late with that one. I'll work on it the whole morning. Yes, it's awesome. Awesome to see you guys. First of all, that hug was a little bit handsy there, okay? Watch where you're putting your hands. No, you can embrace us the whole day. Zoe, how excited are you for Christmas?
I'm super excited for Christmas. I mean, in the mornings when we're getting ready, we are already playing Christmas music. Like, that's how much I love Christmas.
Oh, I love it.
Do you know that our makeup artist, Bernice, has had her tree up probably the last 4 years or so? She has never taken it down. It's part of her home decor. She's my kind of people.
She deserves a Santa or a naughty elf or something. If you've had a Christmas tree up longer than 4 years, please send us a picture or a video and you can beat Bernice this morning. I love it. So this begs the question, okay, because it's that all-important day. You're going to settle down with the family to have the most gorgeous lunch. I need you guys at home, and so you can do this for me right now. That festive menu we're going to focus on right now, I need you to complete this sentence. Fill in this blank. A Christmas lunch is not complete without...
An animal of Noah's Ark. All of them on the table.
Wow. Gee whiz.
I don't know if it's just our household, but we have chicken, we have beef, we have lamb, we have seafood, we have...
Hippopotamus, anything goes. I know. I think for me, it's a roasted tato, hey? A tatty, man. I absolutely love that. Maybe a Yorkshire pudding. Come on. Maybe there's a tradition in your house. Let us know what is going to complete your festive menu. You fill in that blank and, in fact, keep that conversation going online and on our WhatsApp line, 063-408-8863. If anything excites you, let us know. All right, you can go and give Carl a nice big hug, or at least give your TV a hug again as he embraces the day's major talking points, and I'll get into the sport.
My answer is simple, trifle, just to throw that out there. But, of course, seems like somebody's been trifling with Eskom. Now, Eskom says it has outstanding debts of 52 billion rand due to unpaid electricity bills. Chief Operating Officer, the COO, Jan Oberholzer, says the power utility has continued to see better performance on all its systems, but faces challenges on its generation capacity side. The COO said vandalism and theft were beginning to pose a significant challenge on its networks and all its divisions. Oberholzer says copper theft was actually also becoming a serious problem and illegal connections are also overloading its network. Meanwhile, Eskom has said stage 2 load shedding will be in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon, after which load shedding will be raised to stage 3 until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. The power supplier says after that, stage 2 load shedding will apply again until further notice. Eskom earlier warned that it did not have enough money to continue buying diesel for emergency power generation. It has spent more than 12 billion rand on diesel so far this year. Now, on to international news. Ivory Coast is to gradually withdraw its contribution of military and police from a UN peacekeeping force in Mali. After 46 of its soldiers were detained in July, Mali accused the soldiers of being mercenaries. Ivory Coast says they were part of a security and logistics contingent working under the peacekeeping mission. Mali has for a decade relied on regional allies and peacekeepers to contain an Islamist insurgency that has killed thousands of people and taken over large areas of the center and north of the country. Now, yesterday, the United Nations Population Fund marked the growth of the world's population to 8 billion. The fund's Dr. Bennett and Jan Bangeni said it was remarkable that an additional 1 billion people had been recorded between 2010 and 2022. India and China account for more than a third of the world's population as the global population reaches 8 billion. India is experiencing a marked slowdown. And wrapping up this bulletin, a woman's Knysna Airbnb rental home was invaded on Saturday by whiskey-swigging baboons. And the uninvited guests were true party animals. Apart from the top-class whiskey, which was downed gluttonously, they boldly helped themselves to a freshly cooked brunch spread and popped several bags of chips. Zoe Williams' birthday breakfast celebration was nearly destroyed. A visibly shaken Williams shared footage of the hairy primates monkeying around in an Airbnb's kitchen. Hopping from counter to counter, Williams had accidentally left a back door open. She says they just calmly strolled into the house, ate what we were making for breakfast and consumed our Hennessy. Williams explained in a now viral tweet, which was actually scared up about 84,000 likes, probably more by now, a separate clip of one baboon enjoying a glass of brandy while relaxing on the outdoor patio drew some 291,000 views. And really, I can tell you now that I'm expecting that there will be a statement from the Williams family on social media stating that the baboons are to pay their bill or their names will be made known on social media. Just to let you know, let's go over to sporting action. Here's Graham with the latest.
Well, I suppose at the very least they lined their stomach with a little bit of breakfast first. Let's start with rugby. Jasper Visser returns to a Springboks starting lineup that features new lock and centre pairings, and that's for Saturday's third tour match up against a resurgent Italy. Had a brilliant weekend last weekend. That is, coach Jacques Niraba has made 4 changes and 2 positional switches for the test. So powerhouse centre Andre Esterhuizen, he'll make his second start for the Boks of 2022 with Damien De Allende moving to outside centre, and Salman Murat and Marvin Ori will form the lock pairing, with Eben Etzebeth dropping to the bench. He's certainly earned the right. He has been a machine throughout the tour. Then Franco Mostert moves from lock to flanker. That's in place of the injured Peter Steph du Toit. Then on to cricket. Devalt Brevis, Faf du Plessis and David Miller were among several South African players retained by their IPL franchises for next season. So Brevis played 7 IPL games for the Mumbai Indians and scored 161 runs. Miller had a great form. He throughout the tournament, in fact, he steered the Gujarat Titans to their maiden IPL title this year as he scored 481 runs. And du Plessis, who leads the Royal Challengers Bangalore, has been a talisman. He was also retained by his franchise, scoring 468 runs and looking back to his absolute best. Then Kagiso Rabada, Quinton de Kock and Marco Jansen have all been retained as well. Then we move on to football news. Expect a lot of this over the coming weeks. So we start with the African connection. Senegal forward Sadio Mane will miss the first games of the World Cup in Qatar due to a persistent injury. The Senegal Soccer Federation official was quoted as saying this by local media. Now, the 30-year-old was named last week in Senegal's 26-man squad for the World Cup, which starts, of course, on Sunday, despite picking up an injury to his right fibula playing for Bayern Munich, his new club, in the run-up to the tournament. The African champions open their World Cup campaign up against the Netherlands. Tough draw on the 21st of November. Then on to tennis. Rafael Nadal's hopes of a first ATP Finals title took a major blow as he was beaten 6-3, 6-4 by Felix Auger-Aliassime. So the defeat against the Canadian follows an opening loss to American Taylor Fritz in Turin. The 36-year-old Spaniard must win the year-end title to finish 2022 as the world-ranked #1 player. And an early exit for Nadal would mean his 19-year-old compatriot, and definitely a mini-me, Carlos Alcaraz, who won the US Open in September, would end the year as world #1. I think he's going to get there, and I think he's going to stay there for quite a long time. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get a weather perspective and some of those temperatures for today with Zozo.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, let's start off with some news. Residents on the banks of the Vaal River at Bloemhof in Northwest have been moved to safety after the Bloemhof Dam began overflowing and the river burst its banks. This follows after the blocks of the Vaal Dam higher up in the river were opened after heavy rain in the catchment area. The latest flooding comes while many residents are still trying to get back on their feet after 2 previous floods this year. Several businesses have also been hit hard. Meanwhile, the SA Weather Services has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms, heavy downpours and excessive lightning and damaging winds, which are expected over the western part of KwaZulu-Natal. The Weather Services also warned that extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the David Kruiper, Kaigarib and the Case local municipalities in the Northern Cape. Well, that was your weather news. We now turn our attention to your sunrise views. First up is Villy from Limpopo, who snapped this shot in his garden while watching the sunrise before having some breakfast. Zia from Westville shared this view of the sky showing fluffy clouds in the clear blue sky. And Adonia shared a spectacular view of a bold orange hues brightening up the sky from their balcony in Atlantis. Beverly from Kimberley snapped this view while heading out to work, showing off a beautiful horizon with some bright tangerine shades. Last up, Paige Marie from Kabeja started off with a brisk walk on the shoreline, watching the sunrise, and managed to snap a photo for us. And if you would love to know how to share those sunrise views, please do so on our WhatsApp line. That number's on your screen right now. It's 063 408 8863. Let's get into your temperatures for today. Starting off in Polokwane, a low of 16, a high of 29. Mbombela 18, 33. Pretoria 14, 27. Johannesburg 13, 26. Mahikeng 18 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 16, reaching a high of 31. If you're in Kimberley, 14 is your low, 32 your high. Bloemfontein 12, reaching a high of 26. Richards Bay 20 with a high of 26. Pietermaritzburg 15, 26. If you're in Durban, 21's your low, 26 your high. Mthatha 12, reaching a high of 24. East London 16, 22. Cradock 12 with a high of 29 for today. If you're in Kabeja, your low is 17, your high 22. George 13 with a high of 19 and some rain for today. Cape Town 14, 21, Worcester 10 with a high of 29, Sutherland 7.25, and Uppington sunny, a low of 18 and a high of 32 degrees Celsius. Well, that's your weather for now. We'll have another update shortly after 7.
Thank you, Zozo. It's going to be a beautiful day. I can guarantee it. In fact, buddy, it might be the best show ever.
It's going to be. It is the best show ever.
Because it's Christmas in November. So what's on the menu? Okay, we've been teasing all morning. What are we making this morning? Something smells good.
All right, so a leg of lamb. But the thing is, not everybody has the money for the convection oven.
For sure.
So we want to do it in a way that is practical for everybody. And that's why I got Chef Clem to help me out. Any questions? 063 408 8863.
I'm going to have to WhatsApp a question. I'm going to do it, man. I cannot wait to hear from you. Just practice it with me now. After the break, it's going to be the culinary hotline. Bling.
Ding, ding, ding! That's a little better.
Yeah.
Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3, and welcome back to another installment of, I'm going to wait for this so everybody can prepare themselves, the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
That was pop, but we're going to try again later. Anyway, joining in on the discussion around if it's too early is you. 063-408-8863. I don't think it's too early. I think it's a perfect time for the festive season. It is upon us, and with that comes all the indulgent festive foods, and you can get those knives sharpened. It's actually a very good idea. You can do that now already. There's pens ready for the menu. Chef Clem has some great festive meals lined up for you this morning, and we've got a couple of parts of this lovely session of Culinary Hotline. Now, Chef Clem, is it too early? Is it too early, man?
I was ready for Christmas, the 1st of January, this year.
I thought you were going to say the 26th of 2021.
No, I was. But, the Christmas tree was still out. So, no, it's never too early.
All right.
I mean, it's not. Why? Like, I love I'm full on in the Christmas gears this year.
Yes.
Like, full on. And if I could have put my Christmas tree up like last month, I would have.
Yeah.
I feel like we're ready for the festive season.
To be fair, if you look at what's happened over the past 2 years, we do need to kind of, do it properly this time around, because it's always been like sort of half capacity, half capacity. Let's go full capacity, and let's go full capacity love. And I believe that the best way of conveying love to your family members, of course, to make great food. And let's do it today. Now, you've got this recipe that I think is so inclusive, because not everybody has got the convection oven and like, yes, no, and I got this here. It was only 25,999 rand. I mean, not everybody has that oven. So what do you do if you've got a leg of lamb, a bunch of people to feed, and you want to get the gears?
Exactly. And that's why I love this recipe so much, because even if you do have an oven, chances are it's busy doing something else on
There
the
we
day.
go. That's another angle.
I love this recipe. Also, another reason I love this recipe is because of the beautiful pot liquor that you get.
Oh, yeah.
That juice you can only get when you do the stovetop. So we're going to get cranking on this leg of lamb.
Let's hit it. Let's do it.
So, beautiful free-range leg of lamb, and we're from Woolies.
Yeah.
No routine antibiotics, no growth hormones. It's the best. you
Al
can get.
natural.
All natural. There we go. So, a beautiful leg of lamb. I see some people take the fat off.
Why?
Who are you?
Why do you take the fat off the lamb? No.
Why? No, keep
That
it
is
on.
like a flavor saver. If you think
A
about it.
flavor saver.
It's a flavor saver, because now what you're going to do is, especially in the pot,
Yes.
is that a lot of the moisture is going to be drawn out of there. But when you've got that little fat cap over there, you still got to, I feel like it's a moisture fail-safe.
I love it.
If you go,
I'm going to stick with flavor saver.
flavor saver, baby.
Flavor
That's right.
saver.
That's what we do,
Okay.
baby. Yeah.
Salt. So it's a huge chunk of meat. This is rock salt. Don't use rock salt.
Don't use rock salt.
Don't use rock salt, okay? Use fine salt. You want to get like your surface area. Think surface area. Cover the surface area, and you want the finer salt to actually penetrate through the meat.
You're talking about the white bottle with the little blue cap.
With that ochi that's chasing the full
Okay, cool.
That guy.
That one.
Use that one.
We know that one.
Yes. Okay, so use that. Keep the rock salt for maybe like a finishing salt or something that you're not needing to like really season it.
I
Really
like
a
the
piece of meat.
flaky kind for the finish. I
For the-
enjoy that as well.
Flaky is only for finishing, yes.
Yeah, the
Thank
flaky
you.
for finishing, and then, the rock is for rocking, and then the fine is for refining.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's right.
Okay, salt goes on, paprika goes on. Then I've also got the steak rub, which is amazing because it comes with a whole lot of ingredients in
And
here.
the great thing, Woody's is also, they've got steak rub, they've got lamb rub, they've got chicken rub, there's like so many different rubs over here. But
All
the
around.
steak rub, I think, what I like about this one is that I like this, that the whole spice is almost in there with those beautiful seeds that come through. So it's a bit coarser. And I enjoy that because you can almost like tenderize the first layer when you do the spicing. Oh, look at that.
Absolutely.
Down we go. So,
Another thing is-
have you put oil in there? Have you...
A little bit of oil.
Okay, cool.
You don't need that much oil because we've got that fat cap that's on there, so it's going to render out and to give you a lot of that actual lamb fat.
All right, cool.
When you also season your lamb, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Try and season your lamb the day before. Just keep that spice rub on there the day before. It makes a huge difference.
I think what I usually do is I'll actually wrap it in, a bit of lunch wrap when I do the spicing. Because
yes.
that way it kind of seals in the spicing of it. And also that top layer gets that seasoning that you need. The rest can come through the cooking process. So this is,
Exactly.
this is so good. So now you're doing that.
And you'll hear it's not screaming hot. It's kind of like, it's warm enough to start rendering out the fat.
Yeah.
Because you do want to seal it in its own fat. And the only way you're going to do that is if you have it on like a medium-low heat. Okay? And that way it's going to start rendering out the fat, it's going to start cooking. Another thing, and this is very important, if you're doing a stovetop version, you're going to want to take this out the fridge. Hold on. 6 hours before it goes into the pot. Should I give them the demonstration of why we do?
I feel like you should. Because I feel like there's a very good backing to this, and it sort of counts for most of the meats that are refrigerated.
So you're going to have to pull up your pants.
Okay, yeah, pull up your pants.
No, you too. You too.
Yeah,
you too. Okay, so young Carl's, I love doing this demonstration, but it's the best way to explain why you never put cold meat into a hot pan. Young Carl's been running around outside in the rain. He's really cold, and his mom says, Carl, come inside. Come bath. Okay, so turn around. Carl's body is really cold, okay? So what happens as soon as Carl's backside, which is hot, cold, hits the very hot water, what happens as soon as it hits? Ah! You see that? Do you see that? Ah!
Yes.
Ah! It's the clench. It's the clench. No, why is it
why is it itching?
No! No! But the clench. That's what happens to the meat. So as soon as you put that cold meat, as soon as you put that cold meat into the hot pan, you clench. However, if you get into like a lukewarm bath and then they gradually increase the temperature, you relax into it. You relax. Muscles relax, and that's what you want, okay? Same thing with the meat. Never, ever, ever put cold meat into a hot pan. Or also, if someone's coming to your braai and they bring you frozen meat, you send them home. You send them home. Because number one, even you get to thaw it out, it's never going to be at the temperature to actually give you a beautiful, beautiful crust that you want. And even cooking, take your meat out the fridge hours before you cook it.
That's what we need. Look, we need that advice. So the only thing is that I have to say to you, Chef Clem, is that we've got a couple more installments of the culinary hotline. So I just want to let you know that for now, you have to pretty much fast track everything else that you would have put in here. So you're going to throw in rosemary. After that, you're going to do a bit of the beautiful, you see a bit of the pot liquor that's going to come through as well. We put actually all the recipes, in fact, all the ingredients is going to be on expressoshow.com. So make sure that you get yours as soon as possible. We've got the onions going down. That's going to sweat out and also thicken a bit of that pot liquor as well. It's going to be all good. And how long are we going to go down for before we go to our next installment, which will be in about 2 hours?
Well, actually, this will take about 3 hours.
Okay, cool.
So we'll almost be done. Fills up with water, lid goes on, slowly cook it, turn it over maybe once.
Perfect.
And when you're done, we'll show you what it looks like when we come back with the second part of the Hotline Bling.
Okay, that's lovely. Let's try this one more time. That's a wrap for right now, all right? On the Culinary Hotline Bling, ting, ting, ting! Still pup, but the food is strong.
Only you can make my day.
Let underprivileged children unwrap a smile this festive season. Safripol has again partnered with the amazing Angel Network and Toy Kingdom to collect your pre-loved toys to be re-gifted this festive season to those who need it the most.
You can donate your pre-loved toys at any participating mall or Toy Kingdom, or visit safripol.com for more information. Donate from now until 30 November and again from the 26th of December to the 15th of January 2023.
Come join us in helping them unwrap a smile.
Defeat your mucus monster. Mucofizz. Loosen mucus and phlegm for clearer airways. Brought to you by Pharmacodynamics.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Be more plus with BioPlus.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, where we are in full support of our matrics writing their final exams. We are there with you as much as we can be. Now, exams we know are stressful for all students. One of the toughest things you can go through in your young life. And on top of juggling the usual day-to-day responsibilities, now, of course, you guys need to make additional time to study, which means even more energy to consume a larger amount of nutrition. You're going to need that to get through the day. And here to tell us a little bit more about brain foods is clinical pediatric dietitian and founder of NutriPeds, Kath McGaw. Kath,
Hi.
that's a high five for the matrics. So this is not a festive break on the culinary hotline. This is a study break for our matriculants who are going through the most right now.
Absolutely.
What role does nutrition play in the exam saga? How important is nutrition over a period like this?
Well, it's critical because your brain needs food in order to function. And obviously, there are foods that are going to help your brain function, and there are foods that are going to make it harder for your brain to function. And so I've put together a nice smoothie recipe because you don't have a lot of time when you're studying. You can't spend hours in the kitchen. And it would be great to combine all the brain foods in one smoothie.
What do we need to avoid? I've heard of brain-blocking foods. What are those foods that we need to stay away from during a time like this?
So really refined sugary foods because they cause you to kind of feel good for a moment, but then they give you a huge drop. And the other types is very like fast foods, very fatty, oily foods, because that takes a lot of energy for your liver to process.
It's heavy, yeah.
And all the energy goes towards digestion and all gets taken away from the brain.
And we need the energy in the brain, okay? That being said, there are
Absolutely.
some foods that really can get that system up and running, and I'm looking at some of the most delicious and nutritious ingredients we put in any smoothie. So walk us through what's going into our brain-boosting smoothie this morning.
So I love to freeze bananas for a smoothie because that's like an ice cream, and bananas have lots of potassium, so really good for your muscles of your body to just keep you strong during that.
And it's a natural
Study
mood enhancer,
time.
believe it or not. So many
Absolutely.
people have spoken to me about the benefits on the mood front. I know magnesium's been quite an interesting, we kind of look at it in a slightly different way it seems now, but it's amazing to me how many of these properties, we've almost come full circle. We're like, oh, we've been having it. It's here. It's in the
Exactly,
banana. Just eat it.
exactly.
And the freezing the banana is a great idea. If bananas are starting to reach the edge of their shelf life,
100%.
rather than throw them out because they can turn so quickly, just freeze them, slice them up, freeze them. Love it.
Absolutely. And then blueberries are one of our kind of superfoods. So good for the immune system because no one wants to get sick when they're studying. Good fats, so healthy. You know that our brain is made of 60% fat.
That's a bit rude.
So,
Got a fat brain.
so we want to keep feeding that good fat, and avo has got medium chain fats in it, and medium chain fats are very easily accessible. Those are MCTs, easily accessible for our brain, and that's why I've got some coconut milk.
Oh, wow.
Also full of those medium chain fats. And nothing like some of good old-fashioned peanut butter or any nut butter that you enjoy. You can have almond nut butter. Doesn't really matter. And good in protein, also good in some good essential fatty acids. Chia seeds, omega-3. Omega-3 is the clever fat.
Okay.
So that really is fantastic, and it adds some body to our smoothie. Some cinnamon, also really good for the immune system. Besides the delicious
flavor
flavor
profile,
and the taste,
yeah.
and then nothing like some cocoa powder, which has also got some great antioxidants in it.
I love that, and the flavor combination between avo and chocolate. If you do yourself a favor, combine
good.
on a slice of maybe some nice sourdough, some avo, an egg, and dark chocolate shavings, and a little bit of chili if you can. That flavor combo is amazing. But I think there's also something in that health benefit of that combination of things. It just switches you on. It's absolutely amazing. But this looks like it's going to taste as good as it feels.
Oh, for sure.
Hopefully.
Let's
Go.
see if we can get it on. Where's it at?
What I love about this, when you present it, it presents like a chocolate milkshake. Yeah, have a chocolate
There you
milkshake for
go.
your
What
study
child
break.
is not going to want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely
And
beautiful.
look how quick that was.
Oh, and it's
So
stunning.
delicious. And
I'm telling you that Avo, once you've discovered the joys of using Avo differently, you won't go back. The texture is amazing. So we want you guys to snack smart during your exams, and then you'll be able to process more information. Simple as that. And if you need extra help, BioPlus is there to boost your mental vitality and your physical energy as well. Now, of course, added to that, one lucky viewer stands the chance of winning a study hamper to the value of 2,000 Rand, courtesy of BioPlus. All you got to do, reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages and tell us what is your go-to study meal or snack to keep your brain fueled for exams. You can even steal one of ours if you want. Remember to include hashtag BioPlusExam. And that competition closes this Thursday, 17th of November, tomorrow. In fact, so you've only got a very short amount of time, so get on it. Not to add more pressure to your already pressurized situation, but you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Time for the final exam, okay, for our smoothie.
Be more plus with BioPlus.
Oh, well, listen, from working hard to unlocking your 100%, let's find out how Ryle has done that.
Why am I smiling so much? Because it's always too special celebrating the achievements of one of our own, an Expresso family member. And this morning, we get to shine the light on Ryle de Mornay. Look at this guy. He's an actor, he's a TV presenter, he's a world champion lifesaver, and just one of the most wonderful human beings and genuine guys you will ever meet. I guarantee if you've met him, you know what I'm talking about. He is the ultimate all-rounder, and he has a passion, a zest for life that is infectious. And his latest accomplishment, obviously being chosen as the host with the most of Crush's exciting new TV show, which is all about helping people unlock their 100% and realize their dreams. And there is no better inspiration for a person living their passion than Ryle. He's found his flow, man. You have found your flow. Hey.
No state, we are here.
I love it, bro. This is quite weird. First of all, interviewing you.
Yeah.
Outside.
Am I a guest?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are a guest. Officially, you are a guest, man. So soak it up. Enjoy it. Oh, buddy. So first of all, thank you for kind of helping me unlock my 100% in this new body that I woke up in a couple of years ago. Your support and help and advice has been invaluable. You live the fitness ethos on a different level. It's not just about having the talent and obviously expressing that through your life saving. I get a feeling you could have done anything, probably, maybe not cricket, but everything else I think you probably could have been amazing at. When did the fitness thing become such a pillar of your existence? Because it is, it's fundamental to who you are.
Yeah, literally, it's kind of formed the backbone of what allows me to play in all these crazy spaces. And I was never this, let's say, competent or confident as well. And I think it all boils down to when I actually started and got into lifesaving. I mean, being younger as a kid, I've mentioned the story to you before, but our community and our area was not a swimming community.
Yeah.
Like going to the ocean and stuff was
Wasn't
firstly
culture.
intimidating. It wasn't part of the culture. It's not a place you really go to play. When I eventually got exposed to swimming in the ocean, it was such an intimidating thing for me. I was scared.
As you should be, because the ocean is terrifying.
Yeah, man. So literally coming from a point of like being intimidated and so fearful of the ocean to being able to teach yourself that you can build a body that can be competent in that environment, where you can learn to swim, you can educate and upskill yourself to a point where you realize that the ocean becomes this playground. Man, that was an unlocking for me that just changed the way I saw the entire world
Your
after that.
paradigm, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And fast forward,
Yeah.
taking that to its nth degree, because I think you have probably pushed that as far as you possibly can. And the beauty of now is watching you do that over and over and over each year that you kind of get dragged back into that competitive machine. I've got to ask though, and this is when the goosebumps start to kick in, how does it feel representing your country?
Jeez, man, I think it's a dream, and for me it was a dream ever since I was a kid. Watching TV, watching your heroes play rugby, play cricket, play soccer, do any sport, wearing that Protea badge, wearing the Springbok colours. It's something you dream of as a kid, and not something that you think you'll ever be able to do yourself. When that moment comes around and you're faced with that opportunity to represent your country, and then at the same time still believe that you cannot just represent the country, but go out and dominate against the rest of the world, it's literally like living in a dream, and you made something that you've thought of for so many years as a kid come to life. It's surreal, man.
How do you balance it out? Because I put a lot of pressure on you. My expectations are pretty high with you. I understand that. But to deal with failure, it's almost like you've learned now that you can smash through any barrier, and you seem to be applying that in so many different areas of your life. Presenter search being one of them. Was that another thing that was always on the cards, getting in front of a camera?
Leading up to the presenter search, I was at a time in my life where I was like, still not 100% believing in me, and not believing in myself to the point where I was actioning that.
Yeah.
And Presenter Search provided me with that opportunity to say, what else is there? Let's share what we have with the world. You have all this love, you have all this talent. Let's try to share it with the world and see what we can do there. And that resulted in me going on Presenter Search, being intimidated, as you can imagine, but coming out to an incredible spot. I mean, geez, it was amazing.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it brought you to us. And,
Yeah.
and kudos for stepping up when lockdown hit and you were pretty much like, okay, now you're a live TV presenter and you're going to run a show every day and you're going to create all the content yourself. And you did it. Then another kind of arrow in the quiver, the acting. And I think it's a completely different thing to being on camera presenting and then finding the character. Blood and Water was an awesome opportunity for you to get your kid off, obviously. But so there was a little bit of familiarity there, but it's a very different kind of pressure when you're the guy, when it's your scene, when you've got to bring it all together, and you're not a trained actor.
Wow, it was like one of those moments where you've arrived at that big occasion, you've trained all your life, and now it's like you need to do this. It's like that taught me so much about life. It taught me about the competencies that we have as human beings. You don't realize how competent you are, how good you are at something until you put yourself in that environment. And I think acting was another space which I was uncomfortable with, and I wanted to try find comfort in that. And within that uncomfortable situation, I learned so much about myself.
Yeah, I've no doubt in every of these spheres, every one of them, you're going to be thriving. This being said, because you have created a legacy already, and I think just like I tap into your knowledge, but your encyclopedic knowledge base when it comes to health and fitness, you're starting to spread that on a grassroots level through the different projects that you've set up. What do you want your legacy to be?
Look, man, I think especially over the last few years, having achieved what I have hasn't been an easy road. I've had so many crazy, ridiculous obstacles. I mean, before going to World Champs, I was retired from the sport. I dislocated my shoulder. Working every day to come back to a point where you're almost stronger is that reason for not giving up, that reason for not giving in, and the reason for chasing your dream, because it is so realistic and it's so possible to make it materialize. And I think everything that I've been doing is just reminding me of that. And I'd love my legacy to kind of extend that message to say, it doesn't matter how crazy your dream is. If you wake up every day and live towards that, if you put the effort in and you make the sacrifice to just be passionate enough to attempt it even, just to go for it, you will blow yourself away by how much you actually can achieve and what you will be able to do in that moment, man. It's insane.
Sometimes all it requires is just having a crazy, overly motivated person step into your life and create the framework to do it. And that's exactly what you're doing now, helping other people unlock your 100%. But you've been a gift to me, dude. I won't lie. You've been an absolute gift and a pillar of strength for me over these last crazy few years. So thank you, dude. You've helped me unlock my 100%. Or 99%. Maybe I've still got that 1%, but I'm going to go for it, dude. And I love the fact that you now get to do this with other people. Ryan is there to help you unlock your 100%. I love the fact that I get to do this with one of my mates. It's an inspiring journey. I love the fact that he pursued his dreams, not just one passion, but all of his passions. And as a result of that perseverance, that hard work and picking himself back up, he has achieved. He has unlocked his 100%. And that story has the potential to encourage everyone at home to follow their dreams. So do that, whether you have a dream of becoming a foodie, an influencer, a singer, an entrepreneur, a world champion, whatever it is, Crush is about to unlock your 100% with a very exciting new TV show. So Crush needs to hear your story first of all, and this is how you can enter. Just buy yourself any Crush and follow the details on the pack, then share a video of why you want to unlock your 100%, and the entries are good, so make it good. To the Crush, and you've got to send that to the Crush WhatsApp line on 0828578054, or you can simply upload it on the socials tagging @CloverCrush and #Crush. Plus, you stand a chance of winning your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes along the way. So enter now, and Crush could be making your dreams come true on this brand new TV show. Let's unlock your 100%. And you'll get to meet Ralph. Yay. He'll make you swim though, probably, and run and stretch.
Crush is about to unlock your 100%. On this exciting new TV show, you can realize your potential and live your dream.
I dream of cooking in a 5-star restaurant.
I dream of singing to the world.
Buy any crush and share a video of why it should be you to our WhatsApp line or upload it on our socials, tagging Clover Crush and hashtag Crush. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. Crush, 100% goodness.
Yes, you can aim for those A+ results with expert exam tips on Expresso, plus the physical energy and mental vitality you get from BioPlus. And the time is now with a chance to win a study hamper to the value of 2,000 Rand. To enter, catch those valuable tips and tricks on Expresso, then answer the BioPlus competition question on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages using the hashtag BioPlusExam.
We got you covered. 24-hour long wear. New skincare and ingredients. Better skin by the day. Diverse shades. Transfer resistant and waterproof. For all skin. For every life. New Color Stay Long Wear Makeup.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I missed you. I'm so glad you stayed there. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here at S3, and we are joined this morning by one of Cape Town's, in fact, hold on, the world's favorite musicians and performers. Yes, I said it, Salome. On Saturday, Salome will be at the Homecoming Center, and I feel like we need to take a look at her journey in music, her journey through life, how music and life have connected to create even better music. Salome, it is so good to have you back here.
It's always wonderful seeing you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, not the others.
Not the others. Thank you. I'm not going to tell Zoe and Graham. It's fine. That's it.
I'm kidding.
Thank you so much. Just letting you know.
It's fantastic to be here.
No, it really is. I know the last time you were here, it was a very emotional time, the last time you were on Expresso. And it actually spoke about a topic that I feel has inspired this show more than enough, which is almost sold out. Congratulations, by the way. Was that where it started? You know, the
Definitely,
more than enough, was that the grounding of what you wanted to do?
I actually was struggling with trying to get the name for the show until I spoke to a friend and he said, why don't you just call the show More Than Enough? Because you need to tell yourself that you are more than enough, you know? And it's a difficult thing for me to go through to get to that point of saying that I am enough, I'm good at what I do, you know, all of those things. But the industry that I'm in I mean, we just spoke about now. You gave me some therapy in here now before the cameras was on. I'd like to give that therapy.
Do you want it?
I want the people to hear the therapy you just gave me.
Okay, Salome, I'll tell you what, I'll condense the therapy. I just said to Salome, More Than Enough has a basis of the belief in oneself.
Yes.
And I said that in this industry, sometimes you can be a carpenter and you can create a table, and somebody would not like the table. Then you go back and you can edit the table. In this industry, the product is right here. So you as a human being in the entertainment industry, you have to build your barriers big enough to make sure that you value what's inside and you trust what you're doing.
Yes.
Even though that coming from the outside and you know what the comments are like on social media, if somebody
Yes.
doesn't like you, they will verbalize it, because that's what happens with social media.
Yes.
People think that they can just say anything they want to you, and you're not supposed to internalize it. And that's what I was saying, is that
Yes.
you have to keep that barrier up and actually say to yourself, I'm more than enough.
Yes.
Even if somebody doesn't like me, don't focus
And
on
it's
the dislike.
okay. And it's, you know, it's okay if somebody don't like you.
Yes.
Because it's not everybody that's going to like you in this
Yes.
industry. And it's also, the other thing is, you as a brand, you have to constantly work on yourself.
Yes.
Constantly have to, you know, figure out how you're going to do this, how you're going to do this, the strategy and all of those things. And for me, I get very anxious putting a show together because I want it so perfect, man. And so, I mean, I have a brass section that I have on the show.
yes.
I have a violinist girl, Didi, will be on the show. I've got some singers, Candace Thornton and Edith Plaikis. They're also fantastic singers. So I'm very excited for what I'm putting together. I don't know if you've ever been to... that's actually the old Fugard Theatre,
Yes.
Homecoming Centre.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if you've ever been there.
I've definitely been
But
there
it's
many
a
times.
massive theatre, and it's going to be crazy. And I said, myself and my friend, as she said, people need to bring their tissues on Saturday.
But if you're going to a show called More Than Enough, obviously you're going to bring tissues.
Yeah, you know what, all my shows throughout the years, all of it has been very personal. But this one for Saturday is like another level personal, because it's something that I really struggle within myself, low self-esteem, depression, to the suicidal, all of those things. And it's something that's been coming on for many years, because I have a very good life. I have a wonderful wife, I have wonderful sisters, wonderful friends, best friends that I have, that is there for me. But you know, everything is always like in your head, man. Like, they will say something to you, but in your head, you're like, it's just, so you have to work on yourself.
Absolutely.
And I'm a working process, so I love how the people support me out there, and I also love those who don't want to support me, who don't like me. I like you.
See, that's what I'm
But
talking
I really
about.
want them to come out, and I think there's a message to this show as well,
Yes.
you know. The message is, I got up and I said I needed help. And that is the message. And there's other things that's also happening within the show. So I'm very excited. I hope you are actually going to be there.
Just, well, you see, now I can't, because you said it in live TV, so now I can't say no to the show. But, I mean, if anybody wants to get tickets, where do we get tickets to?
You can get your tickets at Web Ticket.
Yes.
And I think the tickets is not, it is 195 Rand.
Yes.
And I am just very, very excited, because there's a lot of people who's supported me, and we almost sold out. So
This is great.
please go get your tickets. My mense is altijd last minute. So asseblief gaan kry julle tickets, guys.
Well, I mean, so I like that. More Than Enough. It's a show, Homecoming Centre. Please don't miss it, and bring the tissues, bring your vulnerability, open up, because we are humans, and humans have talent like yours. So please come and join us at the Homecoming Centre. Salome's More Than Enough coming soon.
Oh, thank you, Wasty. Well, you know what? One way to win favor with someone to be considered one of their favorites is to bake for them. So I think today we're going to bake for Salome and see if she'll be as excited to see myself and Graham as she is to see Wasty. But speaking of baking, the search is on for 5 of South Africa's best bakers with Golden Cloud and Beacon. And this Christmas, we have added a little twist to the competition. Our 5 finalists will each be paired with a professional chef as they bake off to stand a chance to win the grand prize of 50,000 Rand in cash. Now, to give you inspiration that you need to create an outstanding entry, we're about to make some fudgy chocolate reindeer cookies perfect for Christmas.
If there is any dough left,
No,
how much
I just
have you
tasted.
Wait.
I just tasted it. It's a good batter, so you need to now show us how to make the
How to make the batter.
I'm
okay.
the batter tester.
Be strong, Zoe. Be strong, girl. No, this is an amazing batter. And when we talk about it being fudgy, that means it's got a high sugar content because you really need that kind of fudginess. Yeah, so it's got, for me, it's always that balance of the crisp on the outside and the chewy fudginess, almost like a brownie fudginess in the middle, which requires a particular kind of process that might look a bit daunting, but it's actually really simple. And of course, we're adding our Beacon Heavenly Midnight Velvet, which is, it's like a dark chocolate with a little extra something. Absolutely beautiful, perfect for this. Okay, so we're going to start with our sugars. We've got our white and our brown sugar.
Oh, you weren't joking when you said sweet.
Hey, listen, this is a sweet treat, girl. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Our 2 eggs and our vanilla essence, and we're going to whip this up until it's nice and white.
Well mixed. Now, I know that you are going to be using our Golden Cloud cake flour for this recipe. What is amazing about the cake flour from Golden Cloud is it is versatile and perfect for almost any baking recipe. Being an all-purpose flour, you can use it to bake your cakes, your scones, your biscuits, your cookies, like Graham is showing us now, your breads, your muffins. It really is incredible. And you've also mentioned that you're going to be using the Midnight Velvet Heavenly, the Heavenly
It is
Midnight
heavenly.
Velvet
It is that.
chocolate from Beacon. Well, Beacon chocolate is loved by South Africans since 1938, and it's also available in a decadent dessert range, including malva pudding, chocolate brownie, and peppermint tart.
Get out. Okay, so this little hero ingredient is going into our Bain Maria. So basically what a Bain Maria is, because when you want to temper the chocolate, you don't want to cook it too high or too fast. So we've got the boiling water underneath, just a glass bowl. We've added a little bit of butter, because more butter, more better. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going to let that melt down, and then we're going to add another slab of chocolate. You could add even more if you wanted.
So I'm on the decorating station. I'm just going to start opening the treat.
Do it.
To start preparing.
And I think this is where the real enjoyment and excitement of this competition comes to bear. It's when you utilize, obviously we know the Golden Cloud baking products, they stand up. They are so versatile. I mean, this cake flour you can use for absolutely anything. But when you start mixing in your Beacon sweets, that's when it gets creative. And we saw people doing amazing things like that stained glass window effect by melting sparkles. You know, like mind-blowing stuff. So we're going to melt our chocolate, and that's going to come down, and then I'm going to start to combine. But I mean, for the sake of TV, obviously we let our dough sit for about half an hour is all it needs.
You simply roll it into little balls and it will melt. So you can just do a little ball, put it on a baking sheet, and once you pop that into the oven, it will melt and you'll end up with cookies looking like this. Now, this is where the kids get involved. This is where your creativity really comes to play. You can take your chocolate cookie. We want to dip the entire thing into it.
Yes, because you could dip half, but why? When you can dip the whole thing?
Why dip half when you can do the whole thing? Look at that. And then we're going to use our little pretzel cookies.
And I'm just saying, look at the gloss on that chocolate. So that's the combination of the butter, obviously, but that means it's been tempered beautifully. I think it takes a while to master the art, but once you start to get it right and you get to taste the effects, okay, it looks like...
I'm using our Beacon All Sorts licorice, and this is quite the new mint mini licorice ones. And then I'm going to look for a red nose from our jelly tots. And there we go.
All right.
Cute.
Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to now combine our beautiful melted chocolate with our wet and then our dry ingredients, and that's literally all it takes to create this gorgeous dough. I would suggest make a lot because some of the dough will go. But this is as easy as it is to combine these two incredible ingredients to create something with all the festive cheer you can handle.
Oh, there.
Hello, Rudolph.
Rudolph. Oh, I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, there you go. You can have loads of fun with this. And if you would like to be one of those 5 finalists competing on Expresso for the grand prize of 50,000 Rand in cash, the winning contestant and the chef duo will be crowned live here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, to enter, bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon, snap a picture and share your bake using hashtag Golden Bakers Search 2022 and tell us why you should be a finalist. You can also enter via our WhatsApp line, which is 0781020321. Make sure you send your picture and tell us why you want to be a finalist. And also stay tuned over the next few days to get more tips and tricks on how to make your entry bake stand out from the rest. I mean, these reindeers, you don't have to do red noses. You can even do a little
green nose. Absolutely exquisite. Wow.
you too can win big with Tropica. Buy a Tropica promo pack, follow the details, enter, and stand a chance to win your share of thousands of smooth prizes, such as airtime, data, AEG fridges, Island Tribe hampers, Rest Assured beds, plus limited edition Tropica bags, towels, tents, cooler bags, and cushions. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you stand to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show on Expresso. Salome is here with us, and she did say Carl Wasey is your favorite, right?
No, I was just lying, man.
You're lying. Well, can I bribe you? Are you open to bribes?
No problem.
Oh, how about some reindeer cookies?
Oh, thank you, Carl. You're not my favorite person anymore. Oh, lovely.
Oh, well, listen, it's time for the news. Do you want to link to your second favorite person about to do the news before you take a bite?
So, Carl, do the news there.
Here's your news from the second favorite now. Let's start with national news. A special investigating unit, the SIU, has recovered more than 33 million rand from Northlink College in the Western Cape as part of its National Student Financial Aid Scheme, NSFAS, investigations. SIU spokesperson Kaiser Kanyago said Northlink informed the unit about the money after President Cyril Ramaphosa authorized the unit to investigate the affairs of NSFAS. The college said it had received over 33 million rand from NSFAS that wasn't allocated to students between 2017 and 2021 and invested it without authorization. It said it would return the money. Now, Eskom says it has outstanding debts of 52 billion rand due to unpaid electricity bills. Chief Operating Officer, the COO, Jan Oberholzer, says the power utility has continued to see better performance on all its systems, but faces challenges on its generation capacity side. The COO said vandalism and theft were beginning to pose a significant challenge on its networks and all its divisions. Oberholzer said copper theft was also becoming a serious problem and illegal connections are also overloading its network. On to international news. Russia launched one of its biggest barrages of missiles against Ukraine yesterday, but 2 people were reportedly killed in Poland as some of the missiles cleared didn't hit where they were supposed to. When asked, a NATO official said, and I quote, "We are looking into those reports and closely coordinating with our ally Poland." Russia said the reports amounted to a deliberate provocation aimed at escalation. Meanwhile, the Czech parliament has passed a motion describing the current Russian administration as terrorist. The motion singled out widespread attacks on Ukrainian civilian targets and key energy infrastructure as well. Now, Ivory Coast is to gradually withdraw its contribution of military and police from a UN peacekeeping force in Mali after 46 of its soldiers were detained in July. Mali accused the soldiers of being mercenaries. Ivory Coast says they were part of a security and logistics contingent working under the peacekeeping mission. Mali has for a decade relied on regional allies and peacekeepers to contain an Islamist insurgency that has killed thousands of people and taken over large areas of the center and north of the country. And wrapping things up, famous country music star and philanthropist 76-year-old Dolly Parton has received a $100 million prize from the Bezos Courage and Civility Award, donated by Amazon.com founder and billionaire Jeff Bezos. It's an honor that recognizes leaders who, and I quote, pursue solutions with courage and civility. Bezos, one of the world's richest people, announced the award along with his longtime partner, news anchor Lawrence Sanchez, who said Parton was a woman who gives with her heart and leads with love and compassion in every aspect of her work. Parton's reaction was, and I quote, "Wow, did you say $100 million? And added, "I think people who are in a position to help should put their money where their heart is. I will do my best to do good things with this money." Parton has founded a number of charities which focus on education as well as poverty relief. A beautiful story, maybe a testament to working 9 to 5. Who knows? $100 million could be in your future. That wraps up news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Here's traffic and weather. Here's Graham.
Jeff, Salome was going to be my favorite person. Mr. Bezos, you're my new favorite person, buddy. Well, let's hope you are feeling as positive as you head out to work this morning. Let's try not to dampen your spirits with a traffic report, but we have to do it, so let's get through the details. Let's start in Pardon Island, in fact, down in Cape Town. A stationary vehicle on the N1 inbound before Marine Drive. You know that's going to cause massive delays. The left lane is now closed, so please approach with caution, and if you can use another route, do that, I suggest. Then down in Pietermaritzburg in KZN, currently roadworks on the N3 westbound before Peter Brown Drive. We know the effect that has. That left lane now closed, and you can expect heavy delays, as you can see. So please, if you can, on both routes, use an alternative route this morning. And most importantly, stay safe out there. Let's see what the weather has in store. As we do, let's bring you a global weather perspective first. And flooding across the central west of New South Wales in Australia is forecast to smash records as a wild weather system wreaks havoc in several states. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology has warned that in some states, the 1952 flood record of 10.79 metres could be bettered, as water levels are now expected to rise to 10.8 metres by tomorrow. That's incredible. Then in Kanawindra, more than 120 millimetres of rain fell in under 12 hours. New South Wales Emergency Services Minister Steph Cook said the Central West has now entered its 62nd day of a flood emergency. And he said international aid was now on the way. Severe thunderstorms are possible over the New South Wales north coast this afternoon, in fact, to further compound their disaster state. Meanwhile, in South Australia, some 40 schools and more than 30,000 homes and businesses remain without power after a savage weekend storm. So intense thunderstorms generated more than 100,000 lightning strikes, along with winds up to 106 kilometers per hour. Global weather change. Wow. Well, from flooding, we now head on over to take another look at some of your beautiful sunrise views to take the edge off. And for our 7 a.m. bulletin, we've got Arusha Singh, who shared this beautiful shot of the blue sky, showing off what a beautiful day to expect in Centurion. Look at that. Then Nadia Jacobs from George captured a spectacular view whilst enjoying a walk in nature. Wow, beautiful stuff. Peaceful view there. Nzwana from KZN showcasing the salmon-infused sky with blissful reflections over the ocean. That's from her apartment. Wow, what a way to wake up. And last up, we've got Christina Agalia. Snapped this gorgeous view from Dubai. Nice to meet you in Dubai, showing off the palm trees between the fluffy pink clouds. Absolutely love that. Keep them coming. Share your sunrise views with us on 063-408-8863. That's the WhatsApp line to use for any conversation. Let's get into some of the temperatures that you can expect in your neck of the woods today. And let's start in Polokwane. No rain expected, a low of 16 and a high of 29. Heating up in Mbombela, 18 your low, going up to 33 degrees with a 25% chance of rain. Pretoria ranging between 14 and 27. Johannesburg 13 and 26. Mahikeng 18 your low, going up to 30. Klerksdorp ranging between 16 and 31. Warming up in Kimberley 14 and 32 your range. 40% chance of rain in Bloem. 12 is your low, going up to 26 degrees. Richards Bay, quite a moderate day, 20 to 26 your range. Pietermaritzburg 40% chance of rain as you range between 15 and 26 degrees. Durban 21 and 26 degrees with 25% chance of rain, so some humidity expected as well. And Tata, thunder showers expected, 40% chance. 12 is your low, going up to 24 degrees there. East London ranging between 16 and 22. Craddock, 12 your low, going up to 29 degrees. 25% chance of rain in Gqeberha. 17 your low, going up to 22 degrees. George, 13 your low, going up to 19. The Mother City ranging between 14 and 21. Worcester, 10 and 29. Sutherland, your low, 7, going up to 25%. And Uppington, not the hottest spot in the country this year, or this day at least. 18 your low, going up to 32 degrees. But regardless of the weather, as we always say, make sure it's a beautiful day. Let's see if we can lend a hand in that regard.
Oh, well, listen, we have Salome in Cape Town. In fact, she is on your Feel Good Breakfast show ahead of her show coming up this coming Sunday. But for now, she's here to perform this coming Saturday. Well, she is here to perform a cover for us. This one is called Last Dance.
Yes, Jana's Summer.
Oh, there we go. Well, listen, I am now officially her favorite, so it's my honor to introduce Salome to you.
Yes.
Second favorite singer.
Last dance, last chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. I need you by me, beside me, to guide me, to hold me and scold me. 'Cause when I'm bad
I'm so bad. So let's dance, the last dance. Let's dance, the last dance. Let's dance, the last dance. It's tonight. Last dance, it's my last chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. Oh, I need you by me, beside me, to guide me. Oh, hold me, score me when I'm bad. I'm so bad. So let's dance, the last dance. Let's dance, the last dance. Let's dance, the last dance. It's tonight. I can be sure that you're the one for me. Well. All that I ask is that you dance with me, dance with me, dance with me. Yeah. So I need you by me, beside me, to guide me. Hold me and score me to the cameraman. Daddy, when I'm bad, I'm so bad. So let's dance, Daddy. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. Welcome back. Yes, it's time to get excited. Of course, the World Cup is just days away, and so many teams have now arrived in Qatar ahead of the tournament, with training and preparations well underway in various camps. And of course, Mr. Carl Wasty, a lot of people making predictions. I'm going to say right now, a very good morning, Qatar. Good morning. To the Tibbs and the family, our SABC Sport family. So good to be connecting with you from our Feel Good Breakfast studios across all of the channels. We love you guys. Now, of course, so much excitement. There's been a particular interest in the Portuguese camp at the moment, not only because they've got one of the coolest squads in the tournament, superstars, but also because of a certain explosive interview that a certain Cristiano Ronaldo gave about his time at Man United. He spilled the beans. Now, Ronaldo said that the club betrayed him and that he has no longer any more respect for manager Erik ten Hag. Now, those comments clearly didn't land well with his Portuguese and Man United teammates. And I think one of the talismans of that team, Bruno Fernandes, with the two having what looked like a pretty frosty exchange while meeting in the changing room. Incredible. And while his interview has clearly riled up a few teammates, Ronaldo himself seems to be happy, at least away from the club right now, smiling and joking and happy to be around his Portuguese team members. Going into a tournament like this, you don't want headlines taking any kind of interest or energy away from your campaign in a World Cup, surely.
Poor timing. Psychologically, you want to get prepared. All of your teammates, some of which are part of the actual Portuguese team or part of your Manchester United team. So to drop an interview of this magnitude coming out, in fact, I think it's tomorrow, I think that's a poor timing. And I mean, people are speculating that, you know, maybe Ronaldo's going to drop the reason for load shedding as well as some of the other reasons.
Petrol prices.
He's going to say Harry Maguire is the best player in the world, whatever that may be. But I think timing-wise, it's very, very precarious at this particular stage. Maybe not the best move.
Yeah, not the best move. Don't worry, Harry Maguire's got Stones. Stonesy came out and supported.
There we go, perfect.
The back two have certainly got each other covered. But look at these names, buddy. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, João Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Carvalho, Ruben Dias, Ruben Neves. That Portuguese side might be the... I know I say that about every team.
Yes, you do.
But they might be the dark horse. We absolutely love it. But we'll watch that saga very closely. Now, of course, a bit of an interesting story has started to develop concerning Ghana, because they've now named their final World Cup squad. So Inaki Williams and Nico Williams are brothers, but now they're going to be playing for two different nations. I don't know how they feel about that. So Inaki has played once for Spain in the past, but now he has switched back allegiances to Ghana, and I think they're going to need him. And his younger brother Nico, he's going to don the colours of Spain. Incredible. So I wonder how the country feels about it. I know the Spanish are used to them because they both ply their trade in Spain together. Yes. Imagine playing against your brother in a World Cup.
I mean, it's happened before. You know, we had brothers actually switching allegiance, and it's about your native country versus the country that you've, been adopted into, etc. But I just believe that it's such a great little clash, and also maybe a bit of unity. I want to think positively. The Boatengs actually did it too,
They did do it, buddy. I'm so glad you brought that up. So two different teams in a World Cup. We had Jerome Boateng and Kevin Prince Boateng, both incredible players who achieved so much in their respective fields, but one represented Germany and Ghana back in 2014, respectively, and of course that was a good year for Germany. Absolutely amazing stuff. Then, of course, one particular team seems to grab all the headlines come World Cup time, and it's only because they won their last major trophy back in 1966. Yet we still believe they're going to feature in every single World Cup.
Is it coming home?
Is it coming home? They haven't said it yet, but it's possibly too soon after their crashing out of Euros at that final hurdle. But of course, England left for Qatar, and they got the absolute best send-off possible from their brand new king. Take a look at this. Absolutely beautiful stuff there. And of course, they reached the quarters 4 times. They reached the semis back in Russia. So high hopes on this English squad. And Harry Kane has the opportunity, I think, also to etch his name into English footballing folklore as well. But it's going to be an exciting one. So to all of our Good Morning Qatar viewers, join us again next morning. In fact, every day throughout this World Cup, we're going to be spilling the beans on the social media airwaves. But have yourself an amazing day and get so excited about the World Cup because it's coming this weekend.
Oh, well, listen, with the World Cup festivities that are super exciting, we are also excited to say that the red hot deals are coming your way. Now, experience red and unlock more with Vodacom this summer. And case in point, you can unlock up to 75% off this November and save big with Vodacom's Black Friday deals when you switch to red.
Don't miss out! Save big and unlock up to 75% off this November with Vodacom's Black Friday deals when you switch or upgrade on selected red plans. That's right! Get 15 gigs anytime data, 15 gigs night owl data, and unlimited minutes on a red VIP 30 gig SIM-only plan for just 699 Rand per month. You'll get 12,000 Rand off. Plus, there's more hot deals available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Feather together. Vodacom.
I like the energy in that voice. That's what we need in the morning this summer.
We need it.
You're not just a player, you are a champion. Switch and unlock red. VIP 30 gigabytes. That's 15 gigabytes anytime data and 50 gigabytes night owl data and unlimited minutes on the SIM. Only deal for only 699 Rand per month. It was 1,199 Rand, but you know what you're saving? A whopping, listen to this, 12,000 Rand.
How incredible is that? Well, there you have it. Switch to red.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 on a 600-minute red call more voice plan. Plus, get a free hotel voucher. Feather together. Vodacom.
Stand a chance of winning 10,000 Rand with Play.coza when you watch Tropica Island of Treasure. Simply SMS PLAY to 41191 or scan this QR code and follow the steps to enter. You could be winning your own treasure of 10,000 Rand. T's and C's apply and can be found on Play.coza. Let's play with Play.coza.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, yes, we are experiencing the festive season in the air, even though it's November. It's time to get planning those summer activities. And Island Tribe is protecting our skin and giving us an all-important idea to make this festive season even more memorable. So Kat took us on an adventurous hike up a beautiful mountain, and this is going to inspire you, no doubt. Take a look.
When summer comes around, nature really opens its arms and paints a beautiful picture, welcoming us all to really enjoy it. And what better way to do that than with a refreshing hike up one of the many peaks at our disposal in the Mother City. That's why Ricardo and I have brought our trusty Island Tribe and are ready to take on our next summer adventure. And dude, I know you're a fit guy, but how are you on hiking?
Well, I'm as good as I can be, I guess, but I'm keen. Let's give it a go.
That's that energy, bro.
Let's go. Being active and being outdoors here is something I really enjoy, and I do it as much as I can in my life. And I'm the most happiest when I'm outdoors, feeling the sun on my skin, the wind on my back, and just being out here. So definitely recommend a 10 on 10 for summer activity.
This is it, eh?
We made it. Why
no, not completely there yet.
Almost
but, I mean,
there.
you got to get out a bit.
Definitely. No, I love it.
It's a silence for me, though. Like when you just keep quiet and you just...
It's so calming.
Because life is a lot. So for me, like, it really gets me thinking about how much I have, what is around me, what do I value, yeah, what's important to me. Like hiking, in terms of its effort versus reward, you're always going to be getting a lot more out of it than you put in. As a summer activity, hiking is one of the #1 things that I would recommend. It's easily accessible to everyone and super fun to do with friends as well. But we're not quite there yet, eh?
We're not
There's
there
still
yet.
a little bit to go until we reach the pinnacle.
Okay, let's do it.
Crazy view there.
Yep.
Let's go get it. This makes it all worth it. Listen to that bird.
I'm so glad we came all the way to the top. What a view. So beautiful.
Could you imagine living out here just every day? Just absorbing this kind of energy.
Fresh air.
There is a certain kind of energy out here, isn't there?
It does feel different. I feel more alive up here.
Look, one thing we know for sure is that when you're outside, enjoying the outdoors and the blazing sun, skin protection is #1, right? We've got our Island Tribe sorted. But if you had to give, let's say, one of your friends a good hiking tip, what would it be?
I'd say #1 hiking tip is just have fun, enjoy the process, you know, just don't aim towards getting at the top, just enjoy the whole way up, you know.
Yeah.
Put down your phone and take mental images, you know. Just enjoy it, have a good time.
Create those memories live, right now. I dig that, man. Isn't it surprising to you, like you look down at the beach and there's so many people, yet around here in these mountains, so few, and there's just so much to explore.
Exactly, and it cost us nothing, and it didn't take us the whole day. We got up here pretty quick, so we should totally do it again and explore more.
So what started off as an easy walk from the bottom of this peak has culminated in some of the most spectacular views that you will see anywhere. And just like being outside provides your skin with that much needed vitamin D, always remember to have your Island Tribe to protect you.
Put in the motion, back in the lotion. Absolutely love it. Hashtag join the tribe, because Island Tribe and Prior Eyewear are making you winners, and big. We asked you guys what your favorite summer activity is, and today we have one lucky winner on the line. Can we get a drum roll, please? Congratulations, my level Tetla! Oh, so Malefo commented this: going to the beach and swimming. Easy peasy, simple as that. Hashtag join the tribe, hashtag Prior Eyewear. Malefo, good morning, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very good. You don't have to sound nervous, you're a winner already. Congratulations, how does it feel to be a winner?
Wow, that's nice. I feel so excited.
Oh, I'm so glad. We are so excited for you. The season is here. How excited are you to use your Island Tribe products and, of course, your brand new pair of gorgeous Prior Eyewear?
Wow. Whoa. I can't explain how excited I am.
Oh, man, well, we feel it with you because it's a new season. It's an opportunity to go and make new memories, and you're going to look so good doing it. So congratulations. Have the most amazing summer, and, of course, take lots of pictures and videos so we can see it as well. But well done, Malefo. Absolutely proud of you. Congratulations.
Okay, thanks. I really appreciate a lot.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. A hamper and a brand new eyewear on the way. And of course, you guys stand the chance to win an Island Tribe hamper of your own, valued at R1,000, and a pair of premium handcrafted Prior Eyewear to the value of R1,490 weekly. All you got to do, simply tell us what your 3 essentials are for a beach day. And you've got to do that by replying to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. And don't forget to include hashtag join the tribe and Prior Eyewear. Tame the sun with the Island Tribe. Competition closes the 30th of November. But you can find all the terms and conditions that apply on expressoshow.com. Good luck.
On the beach, at a braai, playing sport or chilling. Hashtag join the tribe, because protecting our skin from the harmful rays of the sun makes for a lifetime of good times. Tame the sun with Island Tribe.
Oh, well, listen, now that we have our summer plans sorted, let's get those summer bodies in check.
How many excuses you're going to make?
0.
That's also the amount of sugar in the new Energade Zero sports drink.
Well, we all aim to stay on top of our health and fitness game, but have you ever wondered how fit you really are? Well, we're about to put our fitness levels to test here on live TV with an agility challenge. And if you are ready to step up your game, well, we are asking you to join us. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, we've placed 4 chairs in a square, and we're going to stand in the middle. So I feel like, should I be the guinea pig on this one?
I feel like you should. You should give us a little demo, please, with your strong legs.
So with my strong legs, so both. So we are going to start in the center, and the secret is to see how quickly you can get to each of the chairs within 15 seconds.
Okay.
You're going to start with your knees slightly bent, hips forward, and the minute the timer starts, you need to move to the chair and back. Move to the chair and back, and see how many times you can do that in 15 seconds.
And with all the 4 chairs?
With all 4 chairs.
All right.
Okay, so I'm doing this first.
Yeah, you go first. I'll give you a countdown.
Okay, we're going to get 15 seconds up, and in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Long legs so I can...
Boom. Boom.
Are you counting? Waist you counting?
Yes, definitely.
How many was
Well done. That was 3 rounds. We're supposed to count each chair?
Yes.
That's 12. 3 times 4.
Plus
Works out
that
to
one
me.
is...
Plus that, yes, the 13. There we go. It's 13.
You had 1 job.
I had 1 job. I didn't know I was supposed to count. I thought this was still the demo.
I told you
now
to
it's
count.
your turn.
No.
Okay, that's okay. So now I have to do it now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'll count. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, your time's done.
Yes, thank you. Did I win? Did I win? Oh, it's a draw. 12. Yes! 12.
I counted 13 for you, so I think you won.
Thank you. That's amazing.
You didn't count properly for me.
Yes, okay, then I'll tell you what, do another round.
No,
Let
no,
me
no,
help you
it's okay.
nicely. Let me help you. I'm counting now. There was a warm-up, good warm-up. Lovely, let's keep it going. Summer bodies are made in summer. Let's do it.
Okay,
You
well,
ready?
listen.
Are you ready?
How about you grab yourself an Energy
Okay, thank
Zero?
you.
We've got 3 incredible flavors for you to pick from. And it's very important to also keep yourself hydrated even during the home workouts, even if you're just doing an agility challenge. Now, Energy Zero is a fantastic beverage, especially when you are active. It replenishes your electrolytes, keeps you hydrated, and it contains 0 sugar. Now, step up your game with Energy Zero. Zero compromise on taste and performance. And remember, you stand that chance to win 2,000 Rand cash and a hamper weekly when you step up your game with Energy Zero. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us what your favorite Energy Zero flavor is and why. And don't forget to include that hashtag Step Up Your Game in your answer and follow and tag at EnerjadeSA and entering. That's if you're entering on Instagram. And if you're going to be entering on Facebook, tag at Enerjade. Now, this week's competition, it closes at midday on Friday, the 18th of November. There are some T's and C's that can be found on our website. That's expressoshow.com. I can't believe you didn't count. You had one job.
I'm sorry. Do you want to do it again? You can do it again if you want to. Got your back next time. That first one did
The
count.
number of times you're going to hit snooze. How many excuses you're going to make. And the amount of obstacles that are going to stand in your way.
0.
That's also the amount of sugar in the new Enerjade Zero sports drink. With 0 compromise on taste and performance. Step up your game with new Enerjade Zero. It's what you put in.
Stand the chance to win an Island Tribe hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand and a pair of premium handcrafted prior eyewear to the value of 1,490 Rand every week. Simply answer the weekly competition question by replying to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. Don't forget to include hashtag Join the Tribe and prior eyewear. Tame the sun with Island Tribe. The competition closes 30 November. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. We've got to have this conversation. It's not a comfortable one to have, but I have a feeling it's going to affect a lot of people. If you suffer from indigestion, symptoms like abdominal pain, a feeling of fullness start soon after eating. Now, Mr. Grant, Dr. Grant Fourie is here to chat more about it because although indigestion is common, each person may experience it in a slightly different way. And ultimately, we need hope, man. We need hope, Doc. Great to have you back, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. What is indigestion? What is it and what causes it?
Well, luckily, indigestion really only affects people who have stomachs or who eat.
Thankfully.
The rest, yeah. So if you don't have those issues, really don't watch. You can make coffee. You either will have it in your lifetime or know somebody who will have it. None of us really escape it. So, and there's so many causes for it. It's very difficult in 5 or 10 minutes to kind of really just condense it to something understandable. So it is just an uncomfortable feeling you get in your gut, most of us associated with overeating. But we actually interestingly know that it's not just overeating, it also has to do with the wrong eating.
The wrong combinations
Types of foods, wrong combinations. So we're trying to differentiate in this whole sort of understanding of indigestion. Is it overeating? Is it wrong eating? Is it heartburn? Is it ulcers? Is it a disease? And worst of all, which I kind of like to put in here, is indigestion causes a pain somewhere in the middle of your solar plexus, which can be confused with heart problems sometimes. So a lot of times I'll see people at a casualty unit with, they think they're having a heart attack, it's actually a stomach, or vice versa.
Yeah, you combine that with a pain in your arm and you're like, oh my word. And rightly so, right? Go and get it checked out. First off, you mentioned heartburn. I suppose that's probably the heavy hitter in terms of our stomach issues. What's the difference between indigestion and heartburn?
Good question, because the treatments are quite different. So when you have a stomach, all right? Most of us know where it is. And this stomach works like a washing machine. So what happens is that when I drop food into this thing, it's got to be pulverized into something liquid. And very cleverly, the stomach has to take something extremely acid, which breaks everything down, and change it from something acidic to something alkaline or soapy within a few centimeters.
Wow.
So to do that, mush, 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 acid, 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 acid. Because of this washing machine effect, exactly like your washing machine at home, if you leave the lid open, it's going to start splashing up and down. If the stomach's full, or there's something in it that's really hard for the stomach to push through into the rest of the intestine, it keeps splashing, it keeps splashing. So now I'm getting heartburn, which is actually a little bit above the stomach, more in the lower part of the esophagus. So quite a distinct feeling, different from indigestion. So indigestion, discomfort, uncomfortable. I feel like a burp would just fix it.
Yeah.
Obviously, privately. Heartburn feels like an intense, sharp, stabbing pain. It can even go right through to your back. So it's quite a distinct difference. And so this is literally food that is stuck above the stomach.
And that acid is then being pushed up.
You get people with interesting problems called hernias, where part of the stomach is actually coming, you've got this muscle, the diaphragm under the lungs, and the stomach's supposed to be under it. So sometimes it literally starts to slip up here and herniates, and now you've got the acid that gets stuck just above that. That burns like crazy. That's when these alkaline types of drinks really save your life, because they change the acid above the stomach back to something a bit more soapy, doesn't burn, doesn't hurt.
Okay. Wow, that was a brilliant description. I know you've only studied for like 12 years, but thank you.
And that's all I studied. I literally just did this one
Just that portion of the stomach from there to there.
I really...
it's amazing. So all of this being said, great, blah, blah, blah. How do we help? How do we address the symptoms of indigestion?
I think knowing what it is. So weirdly, here's a little tip, and this is kind of free. If it is indigestion, firstly, wait for it. Eat less. Eat earlier. Don't go to bed with a full stomach. Taking a little bit of apple, she was right, and your gran. So taking a little bit of apple cider vinegar with like 10 ml of apple cider vinegar in water before you eat actually helps with that little bit of digestion to empty the stomach quicker. So with indigestion, I want either less in or I want it out quicker.
Okay, so that greases the wheels, kind of gets that washing machine working on super high. Okay.
So weirdly, as we get older, our stomachs make less and less acid. So it's a thing called hypochlorhydria. So you can Google it. I tell you, that's a real thing.
Hypochlorhydria.
So it takes longer and longer to empty, and so this washing machine effect starts to become worse and worse. So if you're burping after meals, feel full, don't feel like eating, even the next morning when you wake up after a late
Need a new drum in your washing machine, yeah.
Or close the lid. Okay, you can't close the lid. So this is, I tell people, this is like the party valve here. This thing's supposed to work in two ways. It doesn't shut like this. It's a thing that squeezes, and it holds tight, and the better the acid levels in your stomach, the tighter it holds. So it's good to have acid.
Yeah.
You want acid, right? It keeps the bugs
in
out.
balance,
And
yeah.
It breaks down the proteins, but I don't want it splashing and splashing and splashing. So indigestion, eat less, sometimes not combining carbohydrates, proteins. Eating them separately makes a big difference, surprisingly. The apple cider vinegar trick, maybe it's a little bit of lemon juice with that. That helps a lot just for that feeling of fullness and bloatedness and discomfort. But then, when you go to bed, something like a citrus soda, something like an alkaline powder, especially if you're feeling like it's just pushing up, you feel it in the back of your throat, people will tell you it's all the way here. They even have a feeling of getting a bit hoarse.
Yeah.
All from acid.
It all stands to reason because it's quite a powerful acid as well when you think of what it's doing to the food in such a short amount of time. And I've got to say, because I used to, what was blanketed as a spastic colon, which is, you know, sort of issues in that space, the citrus soda was my go-to, and it absolutely made all the difference. Buddy, I'm so glad that you became a doctor and not a professional trail runner or something else, man. We love having the doc on speed dial, and I promise you he's not going to charge you for any of this. Maybe me, but not you. So please make the most of this festive season and celebrate, but without the fear of heartburn or indigestion spoiling the fun. And rather, reach for relief and try an over-the-counter product like citrus soda. I personally endorse it. It has helped me a lot, and that'll help you to relieve those symptoms of heartburn or indigestion. Citrus soda is in proud association with Adcock Ingram OTC, the sponsors of Brave, now available in original and cranberry to boot. And don't forget that you also stand the chance of winning 2,000 Rand cash daily. And here's how.
Make the most of your festive season and celebrate without the fear of heartburn or indigestion spoiling it. Citro Soda's daily giveaway of 2,000 Rand cash will let you fizz up your fun. Citro Soda is in proud association with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Enter every Monday to Friday, November 14th to December 16th.
Yeah, and answer the weekly competition question on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page, and include the hashtag CitroSoda. Now, your T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and that's Citro Soda, available in original and cranberry.
Oh, well, listen, now that we know how to handle heartburn, we can really enjoy every single bite of this next recipe. Now, sausages and avo, they are always a hit with the family, and Woolies' 7-day deals means you get more bang for your buck. Now, Chef Clem, he is in studio to take us through 2 delicious ingredients to the next level with his spicy lamb pizza.
You had
Pizza
an
for
opportunity.
breakfast.
More bang for your bangers.
Oh, I missed that. No, see, that was your moment.
Okay,
More
there we go.
bang for your bangers.
More bang for your bangers because you get any 2 packs, you get 20% off.
Oh.
And same with the avos. Any 2 packs, get 20% off. So sausage and avos are now officially going to be best friends, and we're doing it
on a pizza.
In a pizza. Because honestly, these Woolies stone-baked pizza bases, lifesavers of note.
And you keep them in the fridge, you keep them in the freezer. It's so easy. And I mean, you don't have to make your actual pizza unhealthy.
No, not at all. And the fact that you can look at the chart at the bottom of the base, that's what you want. That's when you know you got a good pizza. So it's really, really amazing. And like I said, you can totally make it whatever you want. Make it healthy, make it not healthy, whatever you want to make.
You can play around with your pizza ingredients. Now, before we get into your pizza ingredients, you know what I sometimes do, especially if you're cooking for one, you take the pizza once you've made it, and then I actually cut it into slices and I put it in the air fryer.
Because
and I cook it slice by slice. So as you finish one slice, the next slice is already in, so you always have a fresh slice of pizza. It only works if you're cooking for one or unless you have a big air fryer.
I got you. It makes sense. I like that idea.
You always have fresh pizza.
I like that idea. So I'm going to need your help with this one. It's super, super simple. I'm focusing on the ingredients. So it's not a very complicated pizza, but it's going to be so satisfying. Instead of tomato sauce, I've got hot salsa for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Now, it's already got a bit of tomato sauce on the base.
I was going to add it to the lamb.
I saw what was about to happen. Saved it. Okay, so it's already got tomato sauce on the base, but Extra
want
sauce.
more.
Extra sauce.
So am I allowed to now add it?
Yes, and also please go to the ends of the crust because people shy away from the crust of the pizza, and I feel like that's when it gets wasted.
And that's when they don't want to eat it because there's no toppings on it.
Sauce your crust, absolutely. Then what I've done is I've taken the lamb sausages today and I've taken it out of its casing. I did that before the time. I'm gonna bump up the flavor of this even more, but it's already got rosemary in there, oregano in there, and it's got the good fats, from the lamb fat that's already in there. That's why I like using sausage meat more than just for sausage. I like using the filling for so many different things.
And I think so many people forget that. You think a lamb sausage, you think, oh my goodness, it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. But if you capitalize on the Woolies deal at the moment, you can buy your lamb sausages, save some for breakfast, save some for whenever, but also use some for your pizza.
Exactly. Smoked paprika goes in, and then we've got some spicy seasoning. And the spicy seasoning from Woolies I've been using on everything. I've been making flavored butters out of it, putting it on popcorn, everything. This is the stuff. So, gonna get some of that in to the lamb as well. What's nice about the lamb fat is it takes on all the flavor of the ingredients you add to it. So as it renders out, it just seasons the pizza even more. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want.
That's my kind of pizza.
That's what I'm talking about. Over the ends, get that sauce on there.
Cover the crust.
Cover the crust. So you can use a spatula, you can use a wooden spoon, but I feel like the best way to do this is to use your hands, because you are going to also use it to break off little pieces of the lamb. Oh, by the way, public service announcement, the lamb doesn't go on now. Cheese goes on first. Cheese. Because the cheese is actually the glue that holds everything onto the pizza.
And yeah, I thought the cheese goes on at the end.
You can add extra cheese to the top. I don't know why not. But the cheese is important to go after your tomato sauce. Then it's cheese, and that's just the base that holds everything together.
And this is nice. This is my favorite. Give me grated cheese and I'm in my element.
And also, there's no quantity for how much cheese you put on your pizza.
But this is now where you can keep it healthy.
Okay, yes.
This is where you can draw the line between this is now a healthy pizza and this is now indulging.
I mean, mozzarella cheese is high in protein, but I get you. So, that's looking good, looking amazing. All we're gonna do is we're gonna dot the lamb all over the pizza, and what's gonna happen is that fat's gonna render out the lamb. It's gonna go crispy and delicious. It's gonna also season the pizza. And again, make sure you start on the outside, inside. Work on the outside, in. That's what I always do, because I show the crust a little bit of love, because it normally gets
It always gets neglected. It's like the middle child of the family.
Shame. Do you feel like...
Am I giving off serious middle child syndrome?
Oh, you're a middle child? Okay, next week's Hotline, I'm going to be talking about if you have pizza crust syndrome, and we'll coach you.
Being a middle child.
Okay, so we're going to just keep on dotting, keep on going, and then that goes to the oven. Obviously, we're going to fill it up.
Keep it up.
I'm going to just rinse my hands real quick. So it goes to the oven really, it's not even, I go full
this is my breakfast, Chef Clem. Keep going, keep going.
Okay, so you can totally finish that. So I go in at about 220, really hot, because your pizza base is already cooked. So all you want to do is just get everything crispy and melted on the top.
And then just also cook your lamb.
Cook your lamb. And that happens really quickly. So
is it safe to have lamb at a medium rare?
We asked this question before the segment started. It's not always safe to eat raw meat. I mean, there's always little potential risks. However, I recently with a farmer, and he was talking about how he dry ages his lamb, and I got to actually slice some raw lamb and eat it. It was delicious.
Okay.
So
let's have some.
Okay, so I've got my pizza accessories here. I've got my pizza wheel for slicing, and I feel like this is the most dramatic and the most effective way to slice a pizza. And then I got the pizza peel, which is what you'll use to slide into your oven.
Oh, that's clever.
And then Woolies also have a beautiful pizza stone. Again, amazing. So pretend you're
you now have taken it out the oven.
And then you give it a little shimmy.
And that is called a pizza peel.
A pizza peel?
Pizza wheel.
Pizza wheel.
Ah, there we go.
If you take pizza that's not yours, that's a pizza.
Steal.
They don't pay us to make jokes.
One laugh, okay?
Okay, so give it a good... And you also want to do this when it's nice and hot so you can get that cheese pull.
Yes.
How many slices?
Chef Clem, I'm very hungry, so make it 12.
Okay, yes. I love that. And I love that reference as well. Okay, you're actually going to get...
Just 8.
Just 8.
8 is fine.
You can grab your piece.
Thank you. Oh, this has been such a joy being in the kitchen with you, not only because I'm eating pizza for breakfast, but I'm having lamb pizza and I got to laugh with you.
There we go. How does it taste? Please tell me it's delicious. Oh, also, okay, while Zoe's chewing, I'm going to ask you a question. There's two types of people in the world. PD, am I looking at you? Because this is serious. There's two types of people in the world. Those that put avo on their pizza before, and those that put avo on their pizza afterwards when it comes out of the oven.
Oh, I'm definitely an avo after. I don't like warm avo. I like fresh, cold avo. This is really good, just too much garnish. It's really good.
There's three types of people in the world. But it's good.
You ask for my honest opinion.
No, I do.
So good. The avo is so fresh, and I mean, you never get more perfect avos than the ones from Woolies. And this lamb is so delicious. I love the spices coming through. And yeah, this is a winning pizza recipe. Well, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe that Chef Clem just did, just hold back on the garnish. It is available at woolworths.com. Are you okay there?
No, it just hurts in my feelings.
I'm sorry. Enjoy.
Sensodyne repair and protect with deep repair. The science is pretty amazing. It really goes deep and repairs tooth sensitivity. The science is there. It's going to improve their quality of life in a big way. This is the first thing I recommend.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Okay, there's only really one thing that viewers want to know, Salami, okay? Really now. I know you were being nice, Leo, but really, who's your favorite presenter?
Of course, you are. You are my absolute favorite.
And now? And still? Am I still your favorite?
Are
you sure?
Well, you are now. Because we'll eat, man.
Let's go to the second favorite or the third favorite now, okay, before we run out of time. Carl, with the news.
Hi, it's nobody's favorite. Here's the final wrap-up of the news. You feel good breakfast show. Now, let's start nationally. The SPCA in Bloemfontein says some 50 owners of pit bulls have already handed their dogs over to the society in response to a call after a pit bull mauled a child to death in the city at the weekend. This as 8-year-old Leboheng Mosime from Vista Park was attacked by a neighbor's dog. The Sizwe Kopelo Foundation is now calling for the castration and sterilization of all pit bulls in the country. Meanwhile, the Pit Bull Federation of South Africa has called for stricter regulations regarding the breeding of this type of dog. Now, the Special Investigative Unit, that's SIU, has recovered more than 33 million rand from Northlink College in the Western Cape as part of its National Student Financial Aid Scheme, or NSFAS, investigations. The SIU spokesperson, Kaiser Kanyago, said Northlink informed the unit about the money after President Cyril Ramaphosa authorized the unit to investigate the affairs of NSFAS. The college said it had received over 33 million rand from NSFAS that wasn't allocated to students between 2017 and 2021. And invested it without authorization. It said it would return the money. On to international news. Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo has sacked Charles Adoboyen, the Minister of State for Finance, after allegations of impropriety were circulated by a well-known Ghanaian investigative journalist. Akufo-Addo also referred the matter to the Special Prosecutor for further investigation. Boahen could be seen in a video posted online by journalist Anas Arameo Anas, who has also circulated a lengthy email containing detailed allegations. Vice President Mamadou Bawumia said the video showed Boahen apparently using his name inter alia to peddle influence and collect money from supposed investors. Now, over to Russia we go. Russia launched one of its biggest barrages of missiles against Ukraine yesterday, but 2 people were reportedly killed in Poland, as some of the missiles clearly didn't hit where they were supposed to. When asked, the NATO official said they were looking into the reports and closely coordinating with Poland. Russia said the reports amounted to a deliberate provocation aimed at escalation. Meanwhile, the Czech parliament has passed a motion describing the current Russian administration as terrorist. The motion singled out widespread attacks on Ukrainian civilian targets and key energy infrastructure as well. And wrapping things up, a woman's Knysna Airbnb rental home was invaded on Saturday. But by this time, whiskey-swigging baboons and the uninvited guests were true party animals. Apart from the top-class whiskey, which was downed gluttonously, they boldly helped themselves to a freshly cooked brunch spread, popped a couple of bags of chips as well. And Zoe Williams' birthday breakfast celebration was nearly destroyed. A visibly shaken Williams shared footage of the hairy primates monkeying around in their Airbnb's kitchen, hopping from counter to counter, and Williams had accidentally left a back door open. They just calmly strolled into the house, ate what they were making for breakfast, and our Hennessy. Ghastly, Williams exclaimed in a now viral tweet, which scared up more than 84,000 likes. A separate clip of one baboon enjoying a glass of brandy while relaxing on the outdoor patio drew some 291,000 views. Goes to show they are actually human beings, maybe, but pretend they can't speak to avoid paying taxes, and they probably needed that alcohol break as well. It's basically safe to say that their species is baboon as opposed to baboon. Anyway, that wraps up your news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got some traffic for you and weather, and Graham's at the desk.
Thank you so much, Carl. At least the one monkey did bring some chips to the party, so kudos to him. Let's start our traffic report with the Philip Nell Park reports in Pretoria. Obviously, there was a stationary truck, and that's at the Duspoort Tunnel, causing some major congestion there. Please use an alternative route this morning. Very little wriggle room. Then in Kells River in Cape Town, there's an accident on the R300 northbound. There you can see it on the picture, and that's on the ramp to Stellenbosch Arterial. Ramp lane has been obstructed, and you can expect delays. So if you can, choose another off-ramp and route, but most importantly, stay safe on the roads. Let's get the weather. Well, after our global perspective earlier in this morning, let's focus on South Africa. And residents on the banks of the Vaal River at Bloemhof in northwest have been moved to safety. That was after the Bloemhof Dam began to overflow and the river burst its banks. Now, this follows after the locks of the Vaal Dam higher up in the river were opened after heavy rain in the catchment area. The latest flooding comes while many residents are still trying to get back on their feet after 2 previous floods this year really have been hit hard. Several businesses businesses have also been hit even harder. Meanwhile, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms, heavy downpours, excessive lightning and damaging winds. And that's expected over the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. The Weather Service also warns that extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the David Kruiper, Karl Garib and Kales local municipalities, and that's up in the Northern Cape. So please do be extra vigilant today. Now, for our final weather update this morning, we've got some amazing pictures coming through. Thank you so much to Tapiwa Godson from across our borders. In fact, all the way in beautiful Zim, snapped this gorgeous shot of the sunrise filled with orange hues. Wow, love that. Then Jonathan Halia from Musenberg showcased a lovely view from his apartment, showing off the ocean while enjoying a delicious cup of coffee, as one has to. Then Marianne from Strand captured her perfect view, showing off the radiating purples and pinks from her home. Wow, perfect timing there. Then last up, we've got another beautiful photo sent in from the Strand. In fact, this one from Hannes Bosman, who captured his breathtaking shot. Wow, absolutely beautiful. We are so blessed. Thank you for sharing these incredible views. Your timing this morning for those colors, absolutely perfect. So please keep them coming. Share your views with us on our WhatsApp line 0634088863. What a brand new day, and very little rain, in fact, except for those areas that we have spoken about. Let's get into the temperatures. Polokwane, 16 is your low, going up to 29 degrees. In Mbombela, 18 and 33 your range. Pretoria, 14 and 27. Johannesburg, your low, 13, going up to 26. Mahikeng, 18, going up to 30. Klerksdorp, 16 your low, going up to 31 degrees. Kimberley ranging between 14 and 32. 40% chance of rain in Bloem, 12 your low, going up to 26 degrees. Richards Bay ranging between 20 and 26. Moving inland in KZN, Pietermaritzburg, 15 your low, going up to 26 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Durbs, 25% chance of rain to drive up the humidity, 21 and 26 degrees your range. Temperature-wise, Mthatha, 12 and 24. East London is 16 is your minimum, going up to 22 degrees. In Craddock, your low, 12, going up to 29 degrees. Abacha, 17 your low, going up to 22 degrees with a 25% chance of rain. That certainly lifts in George, 68% chance of inclement weather, with 13 being your low, going up to only 19. Mother City ranging between 14 and 21. Worcester, 10 and 29 degrees. Sutherland, 7 your low, going up to 25 degrees. Uppington, I suppose we should say a moderate day by your usual standards, 18 your low, going up to only 32 degrees. But wherever you are, make sure it's a beautiful day.
Oh, thanks, G-Man. Well, listen, we have Salome here. She has confirmed I'm now her favorite, only because I've been bribing her with some delicious food that we've been whipping up.
Not like the others.
Not like the others.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you. You just stick around. In fact, she's here to perform her next song, and this is the cover of the track. This is me from one of my favorite movies, The Greatest Showman. Salome, take it away.
Stranger in the dark, hide away. They say we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Hide away. They say no one will love you as you are. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words are gonna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching out to the beat of drums. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Oh, far away, 'cause today I won't let that shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. We are
catch her at her More Than Enough show at the Homecoming Centre. Tickets are available for this coming Saturday, the 19th of November. Tickets are available at webtickets.coza. And of course, Salome's not going anywhere. She's got one more performance coming your way.
This week on Tropica Island of Treasure All-Stars.
Welcome to our final long life ceremony.
They don't have a clue what's on the way.
I'm ready for it.
The love triangle excluded the other teams.
Oh.
Nou wil hulle ewe skielik ons deel maak daarvan.
Maar wat gebeur van die een hand was die ander hand?
Ons baie drama.
Stay smooth with Tropica Island of Treasure All-Stars this Saturday evening at 6:30. Repeat Monday night at 9 on S3.
Dad, I hope you're ready. We've got to go. Guys! Okay, guys, come on.
Load them down. And the tool.
We connect all of them, Zanzi, so that everyone can be more of what they're made of. Live your Munati.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're going to see a little extra light in my eyes right now because these are the kind of stories I do this job for. When individuals, when communities and corporates and of course governments alike invest in initiatives that contribute to a greener, stronger and fairer society, we all benefit. It's as simple as that. And one company that is very strongly committed to creating a mutual and sustainable future for all South Africans is, of course, Old Mutual. And here to tell us a bit more about the exciting work that they are currently doing right now is Mosala Phillips, the Chief Marketing Officer at Old Mutual Limited. came representing this morning. You got to represent for your people, man.
I have to.
Got to do it. I love connecting with your team because, we were talking a moment ago off camera about the shift that we're feeling within the country. You've got to put your money where your mouth is now. As a big organization, there's almost an added responsibility, especially playing in the financial space. Tell us a bit more about why it is so important for you as an organization, for your own future, to look at sustainability, to look at economy and our society moving forward. Why is the future and future-proofing yourselves so important now?
Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting us. As an organization, we've been around for 177 years.
Wow.
Right, so that's a long time.
Sure.
And it's only been possible with partnering with South Africans and making their financial dreams come to be. And so we continue to be. We're a long-term business focusing on the long term. And we cannot do that if we're not helping and partnering with our customers in South Africa for the future and helping to address the issues of today for solving for the future dreams.
Completely. Otherwise, you won't have a market.
Of course.
And that's the bottom line. But that track record is incredible. Nearly 2 centuries is amazing because that is a partnership. I'm glad you used that word. Moving forward, sustainability is a buzzword at the moment. A lot of people are looking at the climate situation. I can't believe there are still detractors or conspiracy theorists out there, but we look at the weather that's playing out in the world right now. It's the final line in the sand. We've got to do something about it. Why have you made this one of your pillars? What does going green and sustainability in that sense mean to you as an organization?
So I think one is that, sustainability overall, everybody thinks it's just about climate.
Yeah.
It's really not just about climate. And the way we like to simplify it, because many buzzwords flying around, ESG, there's UN SDG goals. To simplify it for us is that we want a strong economy, we want a fair economy, and we want a green economy. Because a combination of those three, that's what delivers on the sustainability. Because not just about the climate, in our country, we have high levels of unemployment. That is a challenge. On education, that's also a challenge, right? And we know that addressing these factors overall holistically, it's about a holistic approach, it gives a sustainable society.
I'm seeing so many of these stories where this comes to bear. You want to protect the environment, let the people who live in that environment be invested in it. So it's a mutual growth, and we're starting to see pockets of this. What is the biggest challenge that you are facing? What keeps you up at night, and what are you most focused on in terms of the solutions to these problems?
Very clear. So the campaign that we have launched is really to highlight 3 focus areas for us, right? So if we look at strong economy, our key focus is partnering and working with entrepreneurs, right?
Brilliant.
From medium to big to even the small, right? And one of the stories that we're telling here is of Mom Selina in Mpumalanga, right? A 500 rand changed her life.
Yeah.
And made her dreams come true, right? The other one on a fair economy is focusing on education. We've been partnering and working on investing in education, and we're going to continue to do so because we believe that education, when people get education, they get access to better careers, better jobs. And we know in South Africa, one person who gets a job feeds multiple people in a household. And on the green economy, it's focusing on green energy and investing in green energies. And we're telling these practical stories, showing that it's not lip service that we're doing.
It's working.
It's working, and it's real stories.
I love it. And people need representation. You talk about the buzzwords. For me, that's probably been the most important. You want to change a person's reality, they need to see someone else in that position. On every level, you guys are rocking it. Well done. This is amazing. You're actually giving me goosebumps, man. Seldom do I get goosebumps from a financial chat. But your organization really is delivering on that brand promise, which is authentic, and that's a beautiful thing. Dressed like that, I'm thinking politics might be in the offing, buddy. Just planting that seed. Let it grow. Let it grow, my friend. This has been amazing, and I've had a front row seat to a lot of these stories and interviewed some of those game changers as their lives have changed completely. So I hope you feel inspired right now to go out there and make a change or a contribution within your community as well. It is our responsibility now as South Africans, and it doesn't have to be big. Every small act has a massive impact, whether it's to the individual or the community. So to view this incredible work that's being done by Old Mutual and some of these inspiring first-hand stories, you can visit oldmutual.co.za/sustainability.
Bantu bathe makoko yekela sokhulile angikhoni ngijwayele ukuthi balela sheleli.
Well, if memory serves me correct, this morning Wasty said that there are only 39 days away until Christmas. So safe to say, Christmas is around the corner. It is next month, and we are in for a treat. With faster preheating times and the latest smart cooker technology, the Instant Pot Pro guarantees less time in the kitchen and more time with family this festive season. And that's what a lot of us want. I think it's so old school where you have to spend hours and hours in the kitchen to produce delicious meals when you can do the same in a shorter amount of time.
I like the concept, set it and forget it, because that's kind of how I think about it. And the Instant Pot Pro is coming through with all the upgrades. The first thing, I like that you just did that now, because if you put your hands back there, it's now got silicone grip handles.
Oh, that's
which
clever.
means you can actually handle the pot without it getting too hot. And then the base itself, and this blows my mind, because it sounds simple, but it's game-changing. The base itself actually works on induction as well. So you can work from the stove, sear something like crazy hot, and then put it in there and continue cooking it. But the new Pro is more powerful, let's just say powerful, because it's got new, like advanced searing settings on there. So you can actually sear meat to get it like properly brown. And we know the crust is a must when you're cooking with meat. So we're gonna make a pudding though.
Oh, I've never made a pudding in the Instant Pot. I mean, are there even settings for pudding?
Yes, so what's pretty cool is it comes with 28 settings, pre-installed settings, but it's so simple today, we're just gonna put on 8 minutes and it's gonna go.
The 8-minute setting.
The 8-minute setting. So get your heat on. We're gonna melt our chocolate and our butter together, and you don't need a very high heat. Just simmering over a pot of water, and we're gonna add our chocolate to that. That's gonna do its thing. Then in here, I've got sugar and I've got eggs. So I pre-beat it because when we're talking about creaming eggs and sugar, a lot of times we don't get to finish it on camera because it takes quite a while. But you want it to actually go like marshmallowy white.
Okay, so when you cream your eggs and sugar, you obviously cream the eggs first and then gradually add the sugar?
Oh, you can put them both together. You can put them both together.
You just have to keep going for quite a while because I've never seen it that creamy.
And it will actually become super thick as well. It's not going to get to the point where you can hold it over your head.
No.
Don't try that.
Your egg whites.
But it's gonna be super thick and it'll hold quite well in the spoon. So when you get there, you're gonna add your melted chocolate and butter.
Are you okay there? Do you want me to keep an eye on the chocolate?
No, let's do this.
Are you multitasking?
I'm gonna multitask, and I'm left-handed there. Okay.
That's some serious
So we're gonna go anti-clockwise here and clockwise here.
Oh, you are really doing it.
It can be done. Okay.
It can be done.
So I'm gonna let the chocolate continue melting for a little bit, and then in the meantime, what I was gonna tell you, oh, the lid. The lid's changed. So now, what's pretty cool is it's got, you'll see on the top of the lid it says, like that one. It says seal and vent, which is pretty cool. You don't have to work with the lid in
the little knobby.
It just got one button, which is amazing. And then when you do vent it, it vents with a little bit of finesse now.
So it's not so loud.
It's not like, wow. It's like,
you must see how the cats freak out when I let my vent.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see. They don't know where to go.
Okay, so I love the new lid. Love it. Also, you never have to guess what's happening inside the pot, because on the front of the display, it tells you everything. It tells you preheating to cooking to venting, all of it, which I absolutely love. Chocolate melt faster. Okay. So once your chocolate, I'm just gonna cheat it.
We're gonna do a cheated version with some crunchy chocolate.
And sometimes when you cheat things and you kind of go sideways on a recipe, you come up with a new recipe. So let's see if that's the case today. So flour goes into your eggs and your sugar. And then Zoe, if you can ladle in the chocolate mixture. Even if there's massive chocolate chunks. Whoever said, oh no, my dessert had a chocolate chunk in it? No one?
What do you mean with ladle? Just mix it in.
Gooi it.
Gooi it.
There we go.
There we go. We got the chocolate chunks.
And don't waste the chocolate ever. That's why you always use a silicone spatula. When you're busy with chocolate, you get every last little drop out of there. And this is a really simple recipe, and you can make this batter well ahead of time, 2 days in advance.
I love that we are making this all to be prepared in the Instant Pot.
I know, because people usually associate it with meats and things that need long cooking processes, but desserts work so well. Okay, and once we are there, that looks...
Give it a good mix.
Good. Okay, that looks good, so...
I made a mess, but it's okay.
You know what?
We're in the kitchen.
If you're baking and you're not messing, you're not baking.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
So, here we're going to go. Batter goes in. I'm going to give you...
The spoon.
The golden spoon. So I'm going to add the chocolate mixture. Oh, I'm going to mess. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So we're going to add half chocolate, and then we're going to go for like a nice dollop of
peanut butter.
Peanut butter, and that's going to be like the little lava center.
Oh.
Because the cake will bake and set, but the peanut butter won't. So you're guaranteed a runny center.
That's a clever way.
It is such a clever way.
Incorporating a runny center.
And you can obviously make a bigger version of this, but I do like the little individual pots. I think it's quite cute.
There's something about every guest having their own.
It kind of makes it more thoughtful in a way.
Plus, you get to lick the bowl.
That's true.
Okay. We still have peanut butter on my spoon.
It's a mix. It's a mix. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now, so I've got the trivet set inside with a little bit of water. We're going to use the steam to cook it. So trivet goes in, and we're going to rest.
A little bit of water.
A little bit of water. Chocolate everywhere. Rest the little pots in there. Which way? This way. As soon as it goes on, you see it plays a little song for you. And then you go pressure cook. High. 8 minutes. Start. And then it tells you preheating.
Ah, fantastic. Now up here it says seal. That's what we want, right? We made sure it's on seal.
Yes.
And you leave it.
And then you come back in 8 minutes' time and you got pudding.
You got hot, fresh pudding. Chef Clem, this was incredible. And sweet treats and delicious eats, they are such, they are literally a touch of a button away. Now you can get 20% off selected appliances from Woolworths, including the Vortex Plus Air Fryer and the Instant Pot Pro that we've been using today. Now the offer is valid until the 28th of November 2022 at Woolworths. It's available in-store, online, as well as on the Woolies app.
Being a parent can be challenging, but stepping out is when things get real complicated. That's why new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets are here to make the job easier. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere. Panado, a dose of care.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, gang. Yay, we're all together. Actually, they've allowed it, but only once, only once. We're going to finally decide who's Salome's favorite between us, okay? I know, we're actually going to have a very cogent, important conversation around money. We know Christmas, a time of family, of love, of celebration, but it's also a time of gifting. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
and
dun,
what
dun.
happens when you're put in a situation where you need to buy more gifts than you can actually afford? Well, time to find out in another round of Would You Rather? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so guys, as always, the only thing I need is honesty. You love these chats.
I do.
Is this like therapy for you?
Because I know my family watches. So I get to tell them the truth via this segment.
No, this is called managing expectations, this segment. I love that. Okay, so let me set the scene, guys. For Christmas this year, you'll be celebrating with your partner's family for the first time.
That's a reality.
What happens, when your partners are used to a particular price point on their gifts. Now, in their family, buying gifts for everyone is a thing. But the problem is there are 10 family members, and now you and your pockets are panicking. You're doing the shuffle, because you are on a super tight budget, okay? Ooh, would you rather, A, buy everyone something super small, like a little chocolate or something nice? B, ask your partner if you can do combined gifts.
I'll totally do B. It's his family.
100%, done. Are you watching? Yeah. Bro?
It's his family.
Wink, wink, you sorted.
No, you know what? I would add a C to that and make gifts or do a combined gift for the family, like a family photo shoot, or take the family out to a musical, or, you do a family activity, like a lunch or something.
Experiential. I'm with you, but there is no group C.
No, there isn't, so I'll go for B.
So, Carl, failing making up an answer that we don't have.
I was going to. I've been in this situation before. It's important to go combine. It makes more financial sense. Also, you don't know all the family members. Because, you go to a family, and next thing you know, there are cousins over and there are other children. You're thinking, oh, what I didn't get for everybody. You can't be responsible for that,
And then you get something that someone else doesn't like, and then the kids are crying, and then you're that uncle that did that.
That's the thing.
You're the new uncle in the family.
When you're being introduced to the new family, you want to present a united front, so the combined gifting might be a really good idea,
Nice one.
Yes, but I'm also hoping there would be the pressure of, we don't do gifts.
No, but then you go and buy gifts anyway.
I know.
And then make them look like bananas when they know.
Well done. That's a good idea.
No, look, this is all nonsense. Let's hear from the real financial experts here. What have you guys been saying online? Let's take a little gander.
Right, so start with Shirley. I'd rather ask my partner for combined gifts.
Boom.
B.
Boom.
Good one, Shirley.
Then Shireen Abrams saying, good morning, team. Happy Wednesday. I would go for A. Get something that is small, but also that they would love. Have a great day. A tough one, Shireen, but if you want to go there, you go there. Moira saying, I would go with A as well. That's intriguing. Okay. Let's find out some more comments over there. See if that's the consensus. Lerlin saying, good morning, A. Zulfa, I would go with A. Buying individual gifts make it so much more better, as it shows how much effort you put into buying a gift for each one, and they would appreciate it more. Very, very generous people.
You've already impressed the family, guys. You're a lovely person. You've impressed the family. You don't need to bribe them.
No, but you know what's also great about A is you really can capitalize on that 3 for 2 or the specials, buy 5, get 6, 3 free.
That was an old would you rather. Come on, don't bring up our dirty laundry, our baggage, man.
If you are going to buy little gifts for everyone, like little chocolates, you can find ways to save.
Yeah, no, completely. Yeah, you can take, like Black Friday, for instance.
Yeah, like 6 uncles, and then each one gets a can. Right, Donald saying, I'd rather ask my partner for combined gifts. Moshe saying, I'll choose A. And then Samantha, here's another A coming through. It's the thought that counts over Christmas. There's so many people to buy gifts for, so we gift small. But for birthdays, we spoil our loved ones with bigger gifts, as it's their special day, and birthdays are spread out throughout the year.
The only thing I feel like I'm dominating this conversation.
Good idea, I know.
If the roles were reversed, I wouldn't expect him to buy gifts for all my family.
Yeah.
We would combine. So I would just flip the roles.
Okay, so if you're wondering right now, if you're the drunkle in your family, okay, and you don't know who it is, then it's probably you, unless you know him, okay? If a guy rocks up with a six-pack for Christmas presents for everyone, he's the drunkle, all right? Now, the bottom line is, guys, that you just need to be careful when managing your money this Christmas. Remember, you've got January to survive after the fact. And Christmas shopping can be done during Black Friday, where you can score on those deals, as Zozo said. You can score some massive, massive deals and some cash back in the process. And not just a little, a lot. If you're a Nedbank American Express card holder, it gets even better because every time you swipe for 500 Rand or more this entire month, you are one entry closer to winning your share of 100 million in greenbacks. Wow, imagine the gifts. You can buy everyone a lawnmower and a six-pack. Great.
Got all this from Evo. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
Nice.
Oh, well, listen, speaking of the topic of gifting, Black Friday is fast approaching, and now is the time to hunt down on all of those great deals. And Woolworths is running an incredible homeware deal where you get 20% off 2 selected homeware items. Now, it's the perfect opportunity to shop for those Christmas gifts, some homeware items that you might be needing for the festive table, or even just to spruce up your house. I'm busy redoing the bathroom, so I've been keeping my eye out for beautiful towels.
So, I mean, this deal actually, it's the perfect time. I mean, this deal includes items across, I mean, you can see homeware and kitchen and dining and bedroom and home decor, bathroom, braai, thank goodness, and outdoor accessories, which is great. It's a great opportunity to buy gifts as well. Here's an idea, such as candles and home scents and faux plants, as well as flowers and vases and towels and photo frames, kitchen utensils, braai tools, as well as towels, which is also another thing. So if you look at the spread over here, you've got so many individual items that can create a collection or part of somebody's collection. You can add to that.
You definitely can add to that. Now, we all want a beautiful festive table, and the deal is the perfect excuse to stock up on some of that beautiful crockery and cutlery and even these beautiful placemats. You can also, you know, finish off your table with these beautiful champagne flutes and wine glasses. You really can go all out with a great deal like that.
I mean, entertaining is really, it's guaranteed. And this is a great opportunity to make sure that you give yourself a little home update, maybe update your bathroom, some bathroom essentials. I know you're doing some renovations, Zozo, so this may be the best time for you. The bathroom, you can add a bathroom mat. That's always a good thing to have, especially if it looks good. It makes the space warmer, and if it's decorative, it adds so much class to your space. New towels, always important, and then even dispensers. And I think there's something about a dispenser, instead of putting the product on the actual sink, you know, or sorry, basin, what you'll do is you'll have a product there that'll be a dispenser. It'll show that you are connecting the decor in your space, which is always so good.
Oh, well, we've now covered the dining room. We have covered the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now let's move over to the bedroom, because you can choose from a variety of duvet sets, some duvet inners, cushions, curtains, scatter cushions, and bedding. That's all part of this deal that's on at Woolworths for Black Friday. And because it is Black Friday, you can get 20% off on 2 selected homeware items from Woolworths. Now, the offer is valid until the 28th of November, and you can shop in-store, online, as well as on the Woolies app. And if you had to dibs something right now, which would you choose?
I'm actually very big into flowers right now. Don't ask me why. I'm getting older. So I'd probably just grab this here.
I'm dibsing the towel.
That's fine. And then I'm going to grab this as well.
This is Christmas shopping.
20% off, eh? Enjoy yours.
Thank you.
Can I leave
and
now?
a dispenser.
That's fine.
Thank you, Woolworths.
Okay, perfect.
Save big and unlock up to 75% off this November with Vodacom's Black Friday deals when you switch or upgrade on selected red plans. That's right. Get 15 gigs anytime data, 15 gigs night owl data, and unlimited minutes on a red VIP 30 gig SIM-only plan for just 699 Rand per month. You'll get 12,000 Rand off. Plus, there's more hot deals available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Feather together. Vodacom.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the culinary hotline bling. Ding, ding, ding. That felt so much better. Well done, everybody. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Now, we've been exploring all sorts of festive themed food this morning. It's not too early. And Chef Clem has just one more lineup for us. We have been eyeing out this dish all morning. Now, Clem, this looks like a real showstopper on our hands. I'm seeing that we've actually put the lamb on 2 hours ago. Should be like 3 or 4, but we're going to work with it. And you've got a recipe here that we are going to stuff lamb. Now, if you're going to stuff lamb, you're now starting to give me a love language.
Okay.
It's like you're starting to connect yourself to me. There's a lot of love I'm feeling here. So tell me about this leek, mushroom, stuffed lamb. And?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Oh my word.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to compose myself.
You know,
hazelnut.
Okay,
well.
So what's really nice about this recipe is your stuffing can be made ahead of time, but the stuffing can also be turned into, and I know we don't do it a lot in South Africa, but a stuffing bake. Where Americans, they like to say Thanksgiving, or is it still coming, where they actually bake their stuffing. I changed my mindset about it, and I actually like it because I think of it as a savory bread pudding. So you can use the same fillings with like leftover brioche.
The stuffing you put into some sort of container in the oven. They obviously put something to crisp on top.
And some eggs to bind it.
Oh my word. Okay. It's actually
and it's the way. It's the way. Okay. So this beautiful pot lamb is still going. And by the way, both these recipes I got from Taste online. Because if you're looking for inspiration for Christmas, you literally just go to the website or get the latest issue of Taste. Oh my goodness, biggest issue ever, full of recipes. It's your festive season is done. So I got this one from Kanya. Kanya, love you. Her recipes are absolutely amazing. The stuffed lamb is going to be, that's Abigail's recipe.
Yes.
So I'm going to do them both proud now. I'm doing it right. Okay,
Good luck.
Going to keep on going. I've got some butter in here, and that's just going to start, just like, I don't want to brown it, just get it melted. And we're going to go with some hazelnuts. We're going to go in with some leeks. Also, wash your leeks.
Holding?
Wash your
leeks. Are you saying rinse your leeks?
Rinse your leeks. This is the one thing you should definitely rinse, just in case. Just in case. I know the Woolies leeks are always like, but always just washing for just in case. So leeks go in. I do that with every vegetable.
Even if it says washed, I still go in with a wash. I think it's kind of like the sanitary mindset. You just want to make sure there's no little sand, because I mean everything's organic, so you're going to get a couple of bits of sand. That's why give it a rinse. Why not? It came from the earth. You're going to get some earth.
One thing that comes from the earth that you shouldn't wash.
Yes.
Mushrooms.
I understand that there's not mushroom for washing with these. So that work what? So yes, so basically don't wash it. But what about the gills? Like, can you not give that a scrape? Or
so yeah, so
what do you think?
Again, Woolies have done it for us. So I've got I don't have a good example for you right now. But if you do find a little bit of like sand or nature on your mushrooms, just get a little, and I'll say it's like as if you maybe have a little basting or pastry brush in your drawer, give it a little fluff. Or just a cloth and just like wipe it off. You do not want to put water on this because it's a sponge. As soon as you add the water, it's just going to go and taking all the water. So you don't want that. We finely diced the mushrooms. Some people also they don't like the stem. I'm like, eat the stem. What's wrong with that?
I love that little stem as well. If you collect a bunch of them, you can actually make a nice little mushroom meal with that as well.
Just the stems alone?
Pop them all down into a little baking tray, put a little bit of butter, garlic, and then it actually becomes quite bites that you can use.
If you would like to see Carl host the hotline
no.
Let us know on Facebook. Let us know. It's a Carl-themed hotline.
No.
I am here for it.
We'll be cooking all show. It'll become...
It will be amazing. Sure. Okay, so in we go with mushrooms. You want to cook this down. Mushrooms... they're kind of selfish, like they don't brown if you add too much into the pan. But it's okay with this one, it's fine. We don't want to get it too brown, we just kind of just cook them down. So once you get that mixture nice and cooked down, nice and aromatic, salt and pepper is an absolute must with this one, because you want to season the lamb, of course, but also season that stuffing on the inside. Then my absolute favorite festive season hack is Woolies herb stuffing mix. It's already, this is the sage and gremolata stuffing. It's amazing. Smell that. It smells like Christmas.
Oh, I'm getting like oregano, and I'm getting like just granulated garlic for some reason.
Yes, that's there.
In there, I'm getting so many great herbs. Thyme. I've got thyme on those. What else is in there? Sorry, I'm just going.
Go for it. It's so delicious. A little bit of extra.
So good.
A little bit of extra herb seasoning goes in there. Then, when there's a new thing with me when I cook lamb, unless it's for a braai, whenever there's lamb involved, anchovies. Anchovies.
Excuse me?
Anchovies. And it doesn't make it fishy, it makes it just more. It adds the umami.
There was a word there. Unctuous.
Unctuous.
I love that word, and I think that's what you're doing right now because I'm salivating, given the fact that those anchovies go in. I add those to the salsa verde as well because that's such a great thing to add to braai dishes. So
yes.
The anchovies just add this. It's almost like a mixture of seasoning and then umami for some reason.
Who's mommy?
Hey, your mommy or your mommy?
It adds so much flavor to it without being fishy. It's amazing. So what you're gonna do is clear your set, especially if you're left-handed like me. You don't want to work with stuff around. So got your beautiful, beautiful lamb over here. And this is the rack of lamb.
Yes.
All you're gonna do is you're gonna get your sharp knife and between the bone, just kind of edge the flesh away from the bone, and then you can open it up. There we go.
Oh, that's really great.
If you're nervous, ask your butcher at Woolies to do it for you. And they get so excited. They get so excited when you ask them to like... True story.
You speak the truth because I was in the Woolies at a shopping center, and I was asking about that thing. I said, "Hey, do you have this? And do you have that?" You know, and they were so excited to serve and to like let's do some other work because I'm always packing to perfection, but now I can get a challenge like take out a lamb fillet for me or something.
Yes.
They love that.
So
here we go.
Make your butcher's day and ask them to prepare your meat your way.
That's it. It's also a great place to meet your butcher.
And you never have beef with them.
No,
it's always good between the two of you.
I mean, look here, you're going to look at the quality and go, holy cow. And this is like, this guy's the goat, seriously, when it comes to being a butcher, which is always great.
I don't have any more. Okay. So, once you put the stuffing in there, you kind of fold it over again.
This is where a little training, this is when you go onto the YouTube channels. And you start looking at the way to actually wrap the meat.
True, and YouTube is a great teacher for that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do it a little rough, but what we're going to do is we're going to start off with one primary knot, which is going to keep everything in together.
So start with the primary knot. Okay.
A primary knot.
I'm focusing on this carefully because
Bear Grylls.
Maybe some.
In wild.
Yes.
You want a lamb slip knot.
Yeah, you need a slip knot to do this. What you need is just the grit and the grills to do. Now, once you got your slip knot in, make sure you got enough food to survive your festive season.
Because that's important, actually. True fact.
And then you just wrap around.
Wrap around. So the thing about preparing enough food for the festive season, because it's never just for one day. It needs to last you like a couple of days.
Well, talking about lasting, I wish that this entire session could last.
Are we done?
This is as far as you and I can take you. The thing is, we're taking the training wheels off and we're going to leave the rest to you. Go to expressoshow.com, get the recipe. Just a quick one. What happens next before we say goodbye?
Roast, rest, sliced, enjoy.
Done and dusted. Chef Clem, an excellent culinary hotline bling. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us next time for another edition of This Is Your Last Chance, the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you very much. That was okay.
This festive season is about spreading love, joy, and care. So Panado wants to share a dose of care with someone close to you to the value of 2,000 Rand. Reply to the Expresso Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. Nominate someone close to you who has shown great care in your life over the past year and who you think now deserves their own dose of care. The Expresso team will choose the most deserving winners. Don't forget to include hashtag Panado SA and hashtag A Dose of Care. Don't miss the Dose of Care festive competition running from November the 14th to December the 7th on expressoshow.com. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We're wrapping up the show this morning with a final beautiful performance from, we love her, Salome. We love her so much. She's our second favorite performer we've ever had on the show. She is now going to be performing a track that was actually penned by the great Mark Lottering. It's beautiful and it's complicated.
Don't forget to come to my show on the 19th of November, happening at the Homecoming Center Theatre in town. Salome, more than enough. Nothing complicated about that. So, you've got questions about my life. Oh, you would like to know what I've been up to. You want to offer some advice. You saying maybe I should change my crew. It's complicated when you try to box me in, gets me frustrated. Baby, you should know by now it's complicated. Honey, what you think of me, it's overrated. I am more than what you see. See, when you open up your eyes, see, the whole picture is more than black and white. When will you start to realize I could just never be what I despise? Yes, it's complicated when you try to box me in, gets me frustrated. Baby, you should know by now it's complicated. Yes, it is. Honey, what you think of me, it's overrated. I am more than what you see. Life's not easy, but here I am, and I'm here to stay. You see, I'm built that way. I won't blend in, I won't be bland. Don't you understand?
Enjoy it on the stoep, under the trees, or with a picnic basket, wherever you please. Here's to a mouth-watering summer made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.